The seals have been broken, and the devils are here. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the next episode of Stellar Age, our premier independently developed, independently created, a unique IP sci-fi tabletop RPG. We now return to our intrepid crew as they kind of handle what the fuck is going on.
Nah.
Pretty sure.
Melchior finishing outside in the hallway makes his way back into the medical lab.
Melchior is knocking on the door. It's like, are you guys okay? Are you good? Oh, please.
Slam that button, open the door, let other people in, get me out.
It's not. The automated isn't working.
Can I,
No, there's manuals, though, that you can, like, pop off a panel, grab a handle, unlock it, and like, with a lot of effort, slide it along. Oh, yeah. Slide it along the rails.
I'm using my robot hand for good.
And you're greeted by Melchior on the other side of the door.
Okay.
You're not dead.
Yeah, thankfully.
That's good to know. That's good
Problem.
to see. Yeah?
That thing is now inside the ship.
Oh.
Like, inside the ship.
Oh, no.
You look behind him, and you can see that there is a rather large, like...
Oh, him. Okay,
yeah,
I wasn't
look
sure who you were
behind
referring to. Okay, that makes more sense.
There's only one other person in the room. You see a good 2 to 3 meter sized hole in the bulkhead directly. You've seen similar levels of destruction done, but usually with industrial equipment.
She's really strong, isn't she?
Yeah, now.
So what are we gonna do?
This is your specialty. She's down in the tubes.
She is not my specialty.
That's not what I said. In the tubes running throughout the ship. Look, I don't know the whole expanse. I'm sure you've got schematics somewhere.
Is there like I guess like obviously being Melchior is the engineer, it's like, does he have like any specific knowledge about what he should...
Oh yeah. You know where you know what she's into. She's into the ducting and passageways that are used for engineering to access vital systems that aren't exactly in a room, but they still need to be placed in a ship. Space and the economy of space inside of a ship like this is not something where you can just dedicate rooms to everything. Sometimes you're sliding it underneath things, and also you've got to access wiring that gets to the rooms, because every room has power. You need to access that somehow. So where does it go? Well, it goes underneath and around the tubes, underneath and around the rooms in what in sci-fi is lovingly referred to as Jeffrey's tubes, but you can call it vents or access ways. That's fine. Gangways also work as well.
Is there like any way that I can try to figure out like how to close the vents, or like try to direct where she can go to?
Well, there's ways to access information of what's inside the vents very easily.
Okay.
Like you can track what's in them.
Can we ask
Ian?
Melchior uses his game, what things are called?
It's personal.
The Unidev.
Yeah, it's Unidev.
Ian, can you pull up the ventilation system?
Right away, sir. Pulls up a schematic of the ship. You're very familiar with it. You use your use the simple gestures to zoom in on where you are, and you see that there is registered a breach in the access ways.
I can see that with my own 2 eyes.
All right. Ian, can I add a parameter here? Can you detect for any life signs in the tubes?
Yes.
All right, throw them up on the screen if you could.
Very well, sir. He throws up basically the life signs on the ship, everyone being a dot across the schematic that you look at on your wrist Unidevs. One of them is moving fast, and it's listed unregistered.
Oh.
Yep, that'd be
It
her.
is currently moving aft.
Engines.
Oh, gee.
Engines warped that whole system.
Oh, I'm not having this. No.
That's when you hear light tapping rapidly approaching you down the hallway.
Oh, that's what?
Somebody's coming.
Can
Say hi.
No.
Well, saying hi to the chat is what you
Oh.
were saying.
Hi.
can we help you?
It's not a matter of can we help you. She's one of the.
Okay.
You know her.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hello there.
Hello. What is happening?
You want the long or the short version? We don't have time for the long version. So, short version. Foreign bodies on the ship became some sort of bioweapon, and now she's in the tubes. And we need to figure out how to stop her from getting to the engines, because that's where she's going.
The data that was sent to me. Give me clearance.
That thing.
Give me clearance.
You don't have it already?
No. You've spoken to me all
Do
two
you-
words this entire
you-
time I've been on this ship.
Do you
Ian?
really think AP would give her a clearance?
Fair enough. Ian,
Yes.
can you give Orla security clearance so she can access what she needs to?
Access granted.
Okay. She starts pulling up the files, kind of getting up to speed.
You can see the. She actually is wearing glasses, and you can see the light playing off of the inside of her glasses, as you can tell
Wow.
that her Unidev actually is directly input from her glasses into her eyes.
Oh.
So she's dealing with a full-blown AR display.
You fed her? I think. Oh my God! You fed her. The
Yeah.
metabolism.
Wire.
The metabolism. You did this. I think by feeding her, I think it sped up the metabolism, and that's why your specimen changed.
This is all very helpful. Now.
I mean, she has a name.
My file's listed as 80. So
Yeah.
That's it. That's her name.
okay, that's fine.
That's what we're going with. We had no idea. All that happened was she woke up and she was upset and she said, "I'm hungry." No background to go off of, so I took her to the mess hall and yeah, I fed her.
no one told me. This would have been wonderful. No one
No
told
one
me.
told me. We were given a job to go get this thing, so we did, and now we're here.
I made it a doll, but it didn't like the doll.
He's right.
Okay.
So can we go before they ruin my engine department? I would really like that to not be ruined.
Well, what are you going to do? How are you going
That
to
is a
corral
good
it?
question.
I didn't think that far. I just knew I didn't want them to mess with my stuff. Don't want it.
Tayrao, I'm gonna alert Tayrao to the situation and have him meet us in the engine room.
Understood, Quinterson.
Tayrao?
Yes, Tayrao, your favorite person.
It doesn't take you long to get to the wait, let me see. Engineering department, which is directly connected to yes, engineering and warp drives department. Ha 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 ha. Found it. Which is located just at the bottleneck before the engines flare out at the back of the ship. So you're pretty much at the last spot where you can really be in a room. Otherwise, you're into the venting areas. Tayrao is waiting for you there in full regalia. It's unnerving because it looks really similar to what she turned into. His is a different color schematic. It has spots. Think the main portions of the armor are a solid cobalt blue, and then it fades away into these leopard spot kind of patterning as it gets to the edges, and the edges are pure black.
If he could just let me examine it further, I would have had a better idea about what you have on your hands. Tell me, see, if you could just tell him to let me take a look at that armor, this wouldn't have been a problem.
You didn't know that was going to happen. The armor literally grew out of her.
She was kind of just like, she was okay, besides being hungry, and then suddenly,
Well, she had energy. The response in the system probably was completely related.
yeah.
I'm sure it was a trigger. But now that we're here, Tayra, we have a situation. She's not by any means Tuatha anymore. Now she looks exactly like you. And being that way, I figured you'd be the most adept at handling her and hopefully corralling her.
The helmet segments start sliding away and falling back to around his head,
Never get used to
down to the neck, exposing his head. Are you implying that it was more than just a simple cluster of cells, and that it actually was a fully fledged armature?
It started out as a cluster of cells, but it grew into a full suit of armor, I guess, after she had enough energy. And that's what we're currently dealing with.
This is concerning, as the armature raiment is known to increase the capabilities of anyone wearing.
Oh yeah, she tore through the metal floor like it was nothing.
Impressive.
It's kind of scary. I'd be more scared than impressed, but okay. Just saying.
Do you think we should get more people down here, or do you feel like you can handle this?
We must find out where she is first before I can decide to deploy anyone in strategic positions.
Alright, well, I'm gonna boot up Ian again and give a holographic display of the map with everybody moving so he can see it.
He's looking around. He says, and which one is her?
That one. The one that says unregistered.
No, actually,
Huh?
you don't see it anymore.
Why? Why is it always gotta do this to us?
The vents, do we still have access to ventilation through those things? Life support in that area.
We should, yes. Yes? Yes.
That's when you receive a warning on your Unidev.
What's...
Breach in next site containment cells.
We need to...
That's your fuel reserves.
Oh god.
Oh, I remember.
Well, there's your answer. Now we know where she is.
But why would then why wouldn't we know, like, why wouldn't Ian be able to detect where in the vents? Oh, because she's outside. She outside.
Jesus.
The containment cells are inside.
Okay.
They're just past where the engineering department is.
We should get there before she leaves.
Or she tears into it and blows up the ship.
Well, but there's other options. She is a creature. This is her environment. She's probably responding to impulses, animalistic impulses. You gave her food, and it triggered this transformation. She might be looking for more food in a sense. So could we find a way to make the area less appealing to her and drive her to a place that is a little not going to kill us?
Make science. Let's see here. You want to make... Everybody can make this. See if you figure it out for yourselves.
You blinded me with science.
It's an intellect plus... either chemistry or biology. If you do not have that, it's a -3 to the intellect check.
Oh wait, no, I got chemical.
I got chemistry. And
Oh.
Wait, is it wait, chemistry
That's
or
right,
chemical?
because you need to understand chemistry a little bit so you can deal with the fuel cells in your pistol.
It's
This is gonna be a very weak roll. But
it's here, right? Chemical engineering.
You can use
No.
no
Science.
science chemistry.
sciences.
Oh.
Chemistry or biology?
Either or, whichever is higher.
Thank you. And you add that to intellect?
Does that just mean I
Add
don't
your
have one?
intellect to that, and then roll that. 5s and 6s.
Hey, 2 successes.
I'm tripping out about what I'm supposed to be rolling. Because I have the 3 intellect and no science.
God damn.
7 successes.
Oh, well.
One
Okay,
solution.
I can be. I don't even need to roll. I'm just bad.
I got 2.
You realize that the best way that you can think of to explain it is that before she was eating food, and that was enough calories to run her system, kind of kickstart the process. But you remember that this is Kaitoan biology. Kaitoan biology has inherent nexite infused into it. They're all latent etheric adepts. They all, without knowing it, use etheric energy. So, if she's been merged with an etheric adept piece of armor, well, you don't have much to go on, but from the data that you were given, maybe she's seeking out the next site to consume it.
That stands to reason.
Ian comes on the unit dev and says, I wish to inform the command crew that next site reserves are dropping.
We need to lock those off. Now.
Am I able to like go to a control panel?
Yeah, you're able to get to
All
a
right,
control
I
panel.
will.
You're in the engineering department.
Yeah.
There's several.
Okay.
So
Pick one.
essentially, the easiest explanation is she's looking for a food supply. We have to keep the food supply from her.
We could possibly. Yeah, but look how she ripped through that entire wall. Will the bulkhead keep her away from the supplies? That is a very tasty treat.
What about throwing up a force field around him? If she can tear through something physical, what if something's energetic?
That might attract her more, depending on what you make the field out of. It's if she's a creature woven with aether, that might be something she notices. I think you might be better trying to attract her to a different spot on the ship. Something that maybe we could have a better advantage to approach her with.
I mean, do you think maybe we can like lure her, like with something with bait?
Make, let's see here. These are intellect or acuity. I'll give you either or, whichever is higher.
They are both 3.
Hey.
And either science, physics.
Hey, I have that.
Oh.
Science, chemistry,
Hey.
or marksmanship.
Oh.
No, it's still the same. Oh, that's true. All right, you guys all have your big trays. I have my little one.
Well, you can use it if you want to.
4 and success? I forget.
No, only 5s and 6s.
1 success.
1, 2 successes.
4.
Kind of dawns on you for a second. The only other place that next site would be on the ship are in the torpedo warheads.
Oh! We have another thing she could snack on. If we were to maybe, could you possibly take some from the torpedoes? I know we have some there and we're not using it. So if we could use that as the...
That sounds like a plan. It's better than right out of our fuel reserves, because if we get stranded, then who knows what we'll do.
Yeah,
Not only that, it's very volatile.
I was going to say, if you're going to use the Nexite from the torpedoes, you should probably disconnect it from the torpedoes first.
Or, now, okay, just hear me out.
Fuel reserves at 75%.
Okay, but hear me out. What if we like somehow get her stuck on the torpedo, and then we just go, whoosh.
How dare you? How dare you? I am not
Let's just-
firing that kid into space.
Well, I don't
So
want
you-
this kid to eat our engines.
I don't either. But there's
Uh.
got to be a way that we don't, just jettison her into the void.
Well, maybe.
Would the Kaito
Get
armor
somebody-
shield her for limited times in the void?
In the void?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, from what you remember, that you do know that
Teirao?
proper
Would
No, no,
Teirao
no.
know?
Teirao knows, but your biology's at what?
My biology's at a 6.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna make you roll it. I know
All
that
right.
your fucking dice pool is probably close to a 12 at that point. This is general enough knowledge that Kaitoan armature raiments are actually void sealed, and they have odd. You find it very interesting that they're able to use Nexite reserves to actually convert matter into the appropriate
Oxygen.
life support. The carbon dioxide you breathe out, the bug actually takes it and converts it from carbon dioxide and breaks it down into its baser components of carbon and oxygen and then recycles it. So you're basically breathing the same oxygen molecules over and over and over and over and over again.
It's kind of gross, but super efficient.
Yeah, if she's half as wonderful as Teirao, she should be okay for a very limited time if we do want to jettison her into space. But are we just saying goodbye, or do we want to try and bring her back, or, for
Orlith,
study?
are you suggesting that we engage it to force it into an area?
Maybe just attract it, and it'll be like, oh wow, that looks really good, and I don't have to go through an entire wall to get it.
Well, I
And
think maybe like we don't for you we don't have to shoot it out, but we can still use the torpedo to attract it at the very least.
Yeah.
So that our ship
Wait.
doesn't get stranded.
The pod that she arrived in, that was pretty much like
Oh.
indestructible, right?
would she fit?
It was designed to that pod was designed to handle re-entry.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out.
Mhm.
Shut down the fuel reserves. Get a Nexite out of a torpedo.
Okay.
She's gotta sense it at that point if it's the only Nexite power source available.
Mm.
Throw it in the container. Shut the container on her somehow. This is all off the top of my head right now. Trap her in the container so that we can
Mm.
have some time to figure out what we're gonna do.
Well, yeah, it would. I think that would be presumably a good idea,
Okay.
and we should probably do it soon.
Yes. Okay. So,
Okay. So.
I'm gonna tell Ian to shut down the power.
Okay.
You get one of your guys to disconnect the Nexite from a torpedo.
I'll get
And-
on that.
Run that shit back to the bay.
I'm not a
the-
runner, but okay.
Okay, so I'm going to need a few rolls from you guys.
We have a plan.
I need a charisma leadership test.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
Please be inspiring. Please be inspiring.
From Captain
This
Quinn
is the time.
for his delegation of duties to see if the crew will respond well and follow orders correctly, or if he just goes, "Ah!
Do your job.
I need you to do the things." I need from Melchior.
Yeah.
I need let's see here. Intellect, mechanical engineering checks.
Okay.
Two of them.
2 of them. Okay.
2 of them.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, 1, 2. No, well, separately.
Oh, well, yeah. So
Roll
one more.
once.
Yeah, but that's still
Count
8
successes.
For Melchior,
So
that's
the
8 dice.
The first is to shut down access to the Nexite reserves to see if you can shield it off, or at least diminish its.
Okay, I have to do that. We can't just let Ian do all the fun stuff.
Some things may need
can
actual
help.
hands.
They need my delicate
Like,
dwarven touch.
As much as in Star Trek, they're able to just say computer and give it instructions. There's times where Jordy actually has to go and fix shit with his hands.
Can I use yours?
Computer, do it.
Because I'm using a lot of dice.
I need to use edge.
Still got edge.
I need to use a point of edge. All right.
Add 3 dice.
Okay.
You,
And
did you roll it already?
Yes. And it was terrible.
How many successes?
1.
Was it a 6?
Yes.
Okay, then that 6 will be re-rolled,
Okay.
and you add 3 more dice to the pool.
So 4 dice.
4 more dice. So you have 1 success now. Any 6s these are cascading 6s. So now every 6 you re-roll.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
2 more successes.
One of them a 6.
No.
Oh. All right. So you got 3 successes total.
3.
Not a bad.
All right. I'm gonna.
Not a bad roll.
Borrow this. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
3.
3. 2 of those were. Well, I mean, I'm not using it, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So what was the first one?
The first one was 3 successes.
3 successes.
Second one was 4 successes.
Okay, so the first one was a little difficult. The target number was 3.
Whew.
So you figured out a way to reduce the next site access. Means
Dragulating.
ejecting next site fuel cores.
Oh wait. You
Oh, what'd you do?
succeeded. You just
Oh.
succeeded with a setback.
Captain, I did the
You
thing.
hear the power on the ship drops down to emergency lighting. Everything goes this odd blue and red shifting light,
How more
and
alerts am I gonna get?
Ian comes on. It says, "Next site fuel reserves ejected. Emergency power initiated."
Was that what you told him to do?
Column A, column B.
Well, you haven't left engineering. He's right behind you at a panel.
Sorry.
You know, it might have not have been the most efficient, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I believe,
So it
Captain.
kind of worked.
Kind of.
Can we recover what we ejected at a later date? Where
Yeah,
we're
how
not...
about we worry about that?
There are tracking beacons on the cores.
Okay.
Well,
Just
we'll-
usually this is what happens when you have a next site etheric cascade that is exploding. So this is what you usually do to get that out of the ship if it's about to explode.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Okay. At least
Literally.
it's not gone forever.
You have to
Okay.
come back to your fuel.
And I rolled the 4 for the second part.
That was to
Is that for going to the torpedo or getting the torpedo?
Removing the next site from the
that
torpedo.
was yes, that was for sequencing out
Yeah.
what you needed the crew to do to remove the.
Oh, okay. I would probably have asked like Alexia.
Alexia's in the. Actually, you get a response from Alexia. Captain, Commander, anybody?
Yeah.
We're here, Alexia.
Hi.
What's going on?
Where do you want me to do this? This is kind of. I'm kind of in the torpedo tube room. This is. I'd say dangerous. I don't. Do you want me to do it here, or like, can I take it to like a cargo bay where
We should
I
probably
might
move
not
it to the
die?
cargo bay.
Okay, you know these procedures better than I do.
All right.
the Ford?
All right, Alexia. Move the torpedo and the fuel to the cargo bay, please.
Does she have a security detail? She's now holding the only tasty bit of energy for that little girl of yours.
She'll be fine.
No, I'm.
Well, I'm just saying,
Well,
I'm gonna alert security. Send at least 2 troops to escort Alexia.
Hey, you hear over the intercom. Sir, I'm on it, sir.
And there he is. I
As
missed you.
the angry bean.
Mm-hmm.
That is Geralf.
Yep.
Girl.
Geralf Elston.
Belly button man. I will never
That was
forget that.
respectful, okay?
A
That was
naval
respectful as fuck.
Before we go, I turn to Kevin. It's like, we never checked in on Aphie. Is she okay?
She's gonna have to be. It's on lockdown. At least she's safe.
She was with She was with
The doctor.
Tatius.
Yes.
So as long as Tatius is okay, she'll be okay, right?
Well, yeah, they don't have anything that she wants, so
Well,
I'm pretty sure she'll be fine.
If Athie's blood pressure skyrockets, she's with the perfect person to make sure she's okay.
Sounds
Kinda
like a
does
personal
that
problem
a
anyway.
little bit. We hear
Yeah.
the beakers down the hall all the time.
I hear the beakers in my sleep.
I have to make the beakers.
Make perception tests.
Mm-hmm.
That's derived.
Here's my thing.
I got 7. Oh yeah, sorry, I moved it around.
It's a derived stat, so it's the first page.
Will and acuity. Oh.
Ooh, butterflies. I'm looking at my files, just like, oh, I wish you guys had called me.
What did you roll? What did you get?
Nothing.
Oh, I got one. I got one.
You got one? You all can hear it. It's how much detail.
1, 2 successes.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Everybody hears the scraping, skittering, slamming, and gripping as something runs right past the walls of the engineering department. Quint is the only one that realizes they're heading in the direction of the prow.
Where the torpedo is.
Yeah, that's in the general direction of one of the... well, yeah, you're in the furthest back of the ship.
All
And
right.
you also hear this...
Where was Teva with
As
us
it
in the engineering? Or?
clanks and scrapes
Oh.
and skitters.
Alexia, love you to death, but you gotta move faster.
It's heavy, you know.
I know, but
Have you seen the size of these torpedoes lately?
Well,
I mean,
to be fair, she's really
I'm
big.
I'm a
yeah.
big girl, and this is really hard for me.
ask your teammates to help if you need to.
They're both brand pod. They're tiny people. Hey, I heard that.
And yep.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you told her you got some security for her, because oh my god, this is not looking good, Captain.
Geralt,
Yes, sir.
getting ready. Be on the lookout for anything coming out of the walls.
Yes, sir. Shoot to kill, sir.
Shoot to maim-ish.
I think that's still killing.
Not quite.
We could totally staunch the blood.
Just, alright, incapacitate. How about that?
Yeah.
Killing is an incapacitation. Understood, sir.
He's not wrong.
I know he's not wrong. It's just...
I mean, I could still bring her back to the lab afterwards, even if she is maimed.
Yes, but we need to figure out whatever the hell's going on with her and fix it. Okay.
Fix it.
What should we do? It's going.
We need to... Okay. We need to stand by the container when Alexia gets done removing that nexite.
You never sent anybody. Oh wait, no, you did. I had you do the leadership check. You did make the leadership check.
Yes.
Do you know how
Okay.
to use?
More crew
pod
members
that
moved
she
the,
came
moved
in?
the pod.
It was really confusing, the pod. We didn't quite understand fully how it worked. It was like a mixture of different
Remember
technologies.
that massive warp jump that happened?
Yes.
Yeah, that's because we plugged it in.
Do we have to plug it in again?
I hope not.
Can we just like, if it's in the cargo bay, yeah, can we just push it off the ship? Because the less we have to turn it on, the better.
Who's pushing her?
I'm not saying push it off the ship. I'm just saying get her in the container and close it and figure out what the hell the next step is going to be.
I'm starting to see holes in that plan, because the whole reason she got this mess was the big scream, and like, what if she does that again and then just leaves like whoosh out of the pod?
My idea is that with all of her
4
scurrying,
perception tests.
So glad I have high perception. 6. Oh my god, that was so
Ooh.
good. Oh my god.
I only have a 4.
1.
Oh, oh, oh,
1.
oh. The loneliest of numbers.
For once, Melchior is right. Melchior has finally done something right.
And Melchior hears the scream.
Oh, that's not what I want to be right about.
Melchior hears the scream and pulse fire rounds.
We need to get to them.
There it is.
We gotta go.
All right.
Let's
Okay, you're running
run.
to the.
Yup.
Okay. You're running in the direction of the gunfire, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well,
Which direction it came from?
It
The
didn't
torpedo
come-
bay.
It did not come from the torpedo bay, nor
Oh.
did it come from the cargo bay. It came from the mess.
the mess.
Mess
Hall?
hall. More than one source of food. Just actual food.
But I didn't think it would really meet her caloric needs. She needs more energy to burn it. Well, I guess.
Right, but the mess hall is constantly putting out food.
Make a. Well, not during a. Not during a
Well, we're
ship-wide
on like
blackout,
emergency
but,
power.
Make another biology check.
All of us? I don't even think I have biology.
I don't. I definitely don't.
Just straight biology.
It was more of a manly
Biology, as it were?
scream.
More of a
Manly.
what?
A
It was a
manly
manly
scream?
scream.
Oh, not
Master
the,
Allen was asking, was it a grunting scream or like a little girl's shriek?
Not the chef.
Just straight biology.
Straight biology.
3.
3. No, well, biology and intellect. Sorry, that was a
Oh.
biology check.
Sorry.
So add. So you got
So
3,
three, so-
add your intellect dice
so
to that as
5.
well.
Yeah.
Damn, 11 dice every time.
Right. Yeah.
She knows things.
Not so much this time.
So 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
She's showing elements of previous she's not completely acting animalistically. She's showing
It might be a memory from. I think she might still be in there. In the file, you fed her all that food in the mess. She might be thinking that might be where you are. She ate food there. You might be an actual anchor in her psyche if there's anything left in there. That might be why she's not going directly for the torpedo. We should still go. I didn't mean we shouldn't go. I just think it's interesting that there might be some like dichotomy.
more pulse fire goes off.
Oh.
We gotta make a decision. Should we
Torpedo. Now.
do you-
I have to distract her. I've got to put her in that container. We've got to
It's being
figure out
worked on.
do you-
what.
It's being worked on. Lexia was moving it there, and it's.
do you
Well,
want
now we don't have time. Now we got to do it in the hallway.
yeah, do you want me to go to the cargo bay to prepare if you're able to distract her away from the cafeteria?
You could lure her. She might like you.
That's the idea.
Are you
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
put
be
myself
holding
in
a
front
bunch
of
of
her.
brownies and just like gunning?
No,
for
I'm
the
gonna be
cargo
holding a
bay?
bunch of next site.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So you're going to the hallway where Alexia is.
This is an interesting
Yes.
game of football.
Okay. Now that I know what you're doing,
That
so
would-
you guys start running down the gantryways, making your way towards the access between the torpedo tubes and the cargo bays. You find Alexia pretty much at the door of the. Let's see here. Let's make this fun.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, I'll
don't
roll-
say that.
You know what?
Uh,
I'll roll it to see if it's going to be a complication or not.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh,
no.
Here we go.
Ugh.
She takes it to not just any old cargo bay. She takes it to cargo bay 1/hangar 1
With my
with your
personal
ship.
fighter in it.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's the tool?
I'm not sacrificing my fighter again.
Be
It,
creative.
it might have fuel in it. It might like it anyway.
Which baby is more important?
Oh no! The most
My
intense
baby.
dad check
So-
ever.
Sophie's choice, but it's actually Quint's choice.
Quinn's choice.
Shut up.
So
So,
Oh.
She's right outside that hangar, holding this massive torpedo. She's holding it by. So it's supposed to be carried by like 4 people. There's handles in place to be carried by 2 front, 2 aft. She actually has a hand on one at the front and a hand on one at the bottom, and she's carrying it like it's a fucking double bass. She looks over it. Oh, hi, Captain.
Yeah, hi, Alexia.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes, put it down, open it, work on this now, please.
Right here?
Right here. I don't care anymore.
Okay. You hear more firing. What the hell was that?
Don't worry about it. We got a job to do.
Okay.
I think we should
We're
worry
worried.
about that.
I'm worried too.
Her
I
hands
think.
start shaking.
I'm not talking about you guys. I'm trying to get her to focus.
Her hands start shaking like crazy. And she starts like fumbling around her belts for her
bad.
tools.
You want to give her some words of wisdom?
Alexia,
Do you want to do it?
I will try.
Okay.
To inspire. Alexia.
Oh, you want to inspire? Okay, this is gonna be good.
Oh, that was a bad word.
Oh
Oh no.
You
Go
are her
ahead.
superior, technically.
Inspire away as you supervise her doing this
yeah.
crew critical. Okay, go for it. Rock and roll. You're doing this.
no!
All right, Alexia.
Orla takes a few steps back.
Do you want me? Do you want me to get the tools off your belt so that you don't have to drop the torpedo?
No, I got it. And she grabs the combination cutter off of her belt and just drops it, and it clangs off the side of the torpedo and lands. She's, I'm sorry. I'll get it.
It's all right, Alexia. I'll get it.
She picks.
Oh no. Okay.
Alexia?
You're gonna grab it.
I'll grab it for her.
Okay. All right.
I'll just toss it up here. Just please.
She put it on the ground. The torpedo's on the ground.
Oh, no, I was getting the tool. Oh, she dropped the
She
torpedo.
dropped the tool right in front of you.
Oh.
She's freaking out. She put the torpedo down. She
Okay.
went to go get the tools to start cutting open the fuel area on the torpedo to get access to the payloads.
Uh-huh.
And then she dropped the cutting tool, and it just clattered all over the floor and actually hit the torpedo itself.
Oh no. Oh no.
You should probably pick that up.
I'm sorry, Captain. I just.
I'm okay.
I'm so flustered right now. I didn't know you were going to need me.
Alexia, if you pull this off, drinks are on me for a week.
Don't drink.
Whatever you want. I don't care at this point.
I'll take that drink, Captain.
Then help out.
Okay.
I want my brother back. And she curls up into the corner.
No.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, I'll
guess
do this.
it's on you now.
All right. I'll pick up the tool
Okay.
and I'll
So you pick up Quint.
no.
That's one.
Okay. I pick up the tool. What do you call it? The
No, it was
Cutter.
a combination cutter.
okay, the combination
It's
cutter.
think of like a really advanced super switchblade, but you
Yeah.
also have your multi-tool on you.
Yeah,
The gun thing that you have is
Yeah.
actually
Also a tool.
read the description of the fucking gun.
Okay, I'll read my descriptions. The Yonglofar Engineer Multi-Mech. It's a rifle, close quarter combat. It's got short to medium range. It says I have +2 engineering tool.
Yeah, that means it's a tool,
Yes.
like you.
Yes.
So you can use it.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Hey,
Okay.
everybody's a tool.
You can literally grab the
Or, like,
thing from
useless.
your back that you usually use as a weapon, and
Alright.
think like the cutter in Dead Space,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the plasma cutter.
the
Yeah.
plasma cutter in Dead
Okay.
Space, but this is like a full-fledged, does everything kind of engineering
All right,
device.
I'm going to the end of the torpedo where the fuel would be stationed, and I'm going to use my tool to
Well,
cut it out.
the real there's 2 types of Nexite on this thing. There's the Nexite fuel, and then there's the payload. The payload tends to be the more active stuff.
All right, well I will cut out the explodey part of the fuel.
Okay.
Well, safely.
Make.
Orla's stepping back. Orla's stepping
How
back.
how are you doing this? Do you want to get it done fast, or do you want to get it done precisely?
We need precision. I don't want to just
Okay,
explode.
it's going to take you a couple extra rounds
I
to
wanna
do.
die.
Well, you should go to the mess hall while I'm doing this.
This
you
hall
know.
is not far away.
Do we hear anything? Any screams from the mess hall? It's quiet now.
Not now.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's quiet-ish.
I'm going to
You need to make
safe and
3
3.
dexterity.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll say. I'm gonna look at your sheet here.
Yeah. When it comes to anything engineering, I'm kind of good at it because I hope I
Yeah.
am.
We'll do mechanical engineering.
Ooh, I know that sound.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me look it up.
No,
One,
I
two,
got,
three.
I got nothing.
Guilt gave us 5 bits for a good diss.
Okay,
Wow.
so that means I'm rolling 9, and you want me to do that 3 times or like?
3 times, and you're looking to get 5.
Okay.
If you get nothing on any of these rolls, I'm gonna roll some probabilities to see if you nick something.
Okay, well let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Just saying.
We
1,
believe in
2,
you.
3, 4 on the first one.
Oh.
All right. We do believe in you.
Yeah, have some faith.
All right, so roll those, count them, and let me know
4.
if you blank out on several of them.
Hey.
So Quint and Orla are running to the mess hall.
Oh yeah, you got it.
I got 10.
Wow. Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
It takes time though.
Oh yeah.
He is trained for this.
Yes. So Quint and Orla make their way to the mess hall. Once you get there, you are greeted by a confusing sight.
I see nothing.
The lights aren't as stable in the mess hall right now. They've been covered by, well, in this light you can't tell. Brown, red. They all look like just black splotches
I hope it's tomato.
plastered against the walls,
I hope it's tomato soup.
covering some of the lighting. It's an absolute mess.
Tomato soup's Wednesdays. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, isn't it, Quint?
You see, well, let's make some checks here, some perception checks.
Oh Lord.
Gazing out through the
Oh.
through the cafeteria area of the mess, you can see the tables. Some of them have been overturned. You also see more just food slammed across and thrown across the place.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Nice.
You also see the bullet holes breaking the different parts of the hall. Along the walls, you can see the dotted lines of strafed pulse fire rounds that made their way into the walls.
Just as a precaution, I'm gonna load my pistol.
Which one?
The what is that? The equalizer?
Equalizer, the standard one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also has this one.
Yeah, that's fun. That comes in later.
No, okay.
And Ian can't sense anything.
Ian's
in-
down. Sorry. Ian's shut down.
After the whole emergency
Mhm.
power reserve that we take all the fuel.
He's on text only interaction if you're going to.
How archaic.
Wow, texting. We've never used that before.
With those perception tests, you also see several slumped forms in the corners. One in the corner of the room, one slumped behind one of the tables, and another is actually on top of one of the grill hoods behind the serving counter, almost on the ceiling.
Oh.
And you can hear munching.
Ooh.
Melchior, how's that coming? I'm typing.
In text.
Okay.
Tap, 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 tap.
Oh my god, your robot hand is so loud!
It's got to start
What
it up.
me to do about it?
We need to catch up on that, by the way.
Well, that depends. Do you want me to blow up the ship while I'm at it, or do you want me to get this right for once?
He's about halfway through the process.
I'm like halfway done. Once I have it, where do you want me to take it?
Just let me know when you're done because I'm gonna come grab it.
Okay. I will stay right here and finish this up.
Did they add me to the group conversation?
The group chat. Nope. Never said they did.
That's fine. This is why no one really likes your group.
You haven't been added to
Wow.
command crew rules, and rules is capitalized and with 2 O's into Z at the
I
end,
don't get
and like
invited to
6
the-
exclamation
to the
points.
company
Afi
parties
wrote
we
it,
have.
so
Super bad.
Afi named the convo. Okay, it's not like you can help
There's a
it.
poop emoji
Yeah, of
in
course
it
you
somewhere.
would. Of course.
It doesn't actually have a poop emoji. It literally, she wrote out poop emoji at the end.
Okay, you said Ian is still accessible via text?
Via text.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a message to Ian asking him to grant Orla access to all communications between the command crew. And she is helping.
Okay, what else would you like to do?
All the windows start popping up. She's like, fucking hell!
Oh yeah. Oh no. She has to go through all of our shit of our conversations.
Oh my god, this is what you talk about?
There you go.
Minimize. Roger, roger. Could turn that louder. Spam that later.
Okay, what is your what you doing? You can still hear this munching and chewing. Not ravenous eating, but heaping loud, like a large dog would eat.
I need to do something to slow her down. As much as I don't want to.
Well, you could talk to her. She might
I
still
can't-
be.
Talk to her?
She came here instead of the torpedo. So it's possible that you could, if you don't want to kill your specimen, you could still talk to 80.
Don't call her that.
Well, you found her, you get to discover her, you get to name her. I'm very sorry. That was actually really rude. And I know that's the way you're supposed to do it. It's I got really excited and no one let me know about it when it happened. The point of the matter is that that's stupid. I'll let you name it. I'm sorry. You are the captain, you discovered it. But
It?
I'm saying
All right. Irrelevant right now. Back me up on this. Because if shit goes south, and I try and talk to her, and she's not in there anymore, my ass is on the wall.
You can still hold your gun, right?
You can't see anything. You don't see it. You just hear it. But you know it's coming from behind the service counter. There's also 3 bodies thrown about. Forms, shadows, in the mess.
I'm not gonna hold gun, because if she sees the gun, she's gonna perceive a threat. AD, are you there? AD, I know you can hear me. I know you're a little freaked out right now. I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry. I didn't know what was going on with you. We were trying to figure out what was happening. We lost control. But we're trying to fix this. But you have to try and calm down a little bit. Listen, 80, if you're in there, if you can hear me,
you see a four-fingered claw rise up from behind the counter and grab onto the sneeze guard bar and pinch down. The glass shattering as her hand grips the steel. She starts pulling herself up, and you see the eyes, all 6 of them. 2, 2, 2. She rises up from behind the counter. The other hand rests on the corner of the counter, and she stands to her full height of 8.5 feet. Her left foot, a same arrangement of claws, but at the end of a
Not even here.
at the end of a reversed foot, slams onto the counter, bending the metal beneath it. As she starts to put her weight, the whole counter buckles as she starts to crawl over, her head tilting to the side as she starts making her way slowly in your direction.
Oh, he's rolling them dice.
I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Worth noting, you can't see her ears right now. She's got very fluffy hair.
She makes it to one of the tables that was overturned. She puts a hand on it and just slides it aside like it were an empty box.
Oh, God.
These things used to be nailed to the floor.
Oh, shit.
So that any inertial disruption wouldn't send them flying everywhere. She goes to put her hand down, and one of the forms, black in the shifting light, is right underneath her foot. She goes to put her weight on it, and she actually stops for a second, recoils, backs up for a couple of seconds, and moves side to side, inspecting it, walking forward, taking her clawed hand and jabbing it for a couple of seconds, not seeing it move, before she yokes it by the neck and just chucks it across the room out of the way.
Oh my god, the T-Rex.
And then the form cartwheels through the air, its small form slamming against the wall and bouncing to the floor. It then starts walking forward again.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna die.
Keep talking.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Talking.
I'm not here, but don't say that.
80. If you recognize me, even if you recognize my voice, perhaps, can you just Lift your arm up.
Roll willpower
Oh, no.
plus. We'll say willpower plus charisma.
Hey, all right. That's my favorite.
This
stat.
might be a new derived stat. I'm thinking about it. Kind of a hold your
Enforcing
shit
your-
together.
Composure.
A composure roll, yeah.
There you go.
People are betting bits on if Quint shits himself.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
You
Wow,
do- you
he
do not need a
saved
diaper.
versus shitting pants.
I am a charismatic SOB.
Well, no, you maintained composure for the
Yeah.
moment. Now I want you to make your second dad check.
Yeah.
Oh, first dad check of the night.
Okay.
A special check that only Quint makes.
Okay. All right. What am I rolling here?
What does he roll for dad check?
We should put
Yeah,
that on the sheet.
what is
by
that?
The way.
Hold on one second.
It's character specific.
It's
Yeah.
a character specific ability.
Yeah.
I'm making that an actual advantage in the core system
Please
now,
do.
by
It
the
needs
way.
to be
When
a
I write that
legacy.
up,
That's your legacy.
Whether or not you are an actual dad, you can still
like
have
the advantage will be
dadness.
called like father
Yeah.
figure or something. And then it'll talk
Positive
about
male role model.
Yeah, because at
dad
some point,
checks.
At some point, we don't want everyone to say, "Make a daddy check."
Oh no, it's a
Mm.
different kind of
that's a different
stat.
kind
It's a
check.
different kind
Bad.
of roll.
Orla might do better with that stat.
Different
I'm-
kind of roll.
I'm not here.
We got a bit. Look at it.
We'll say leadership.
Ah, la
Wait,
la.
what?
We got a bit.
We'll say charisma leadership again.
Charisma
No,
leadership.
not leadership. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong one.
That was 5 bits from Kiltman 42. 5 bits for a way to not shit yourself.
Yeah.
We'll go with socialize.
Socialize. Hey, same stat. Or same number of dice.
Oh, Melchior has no
4 and 4.
dice for
Oh,
socialization.
you're a hermit.
I'm not a hermit. I'm just
Live
bad
in a-
at talking to people.
Live in the bowels of the ship.
Okay.
All right.
And the
Here we
engine
go.
room is a nice place. It's not the bowel. Well, it's kind of the bowel, but it's,
Well, if you visited his
it's a
room
well.
more
it's-
often.
They've had their colonoscopy.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. Let me see. She gets a resistance roll here.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
How many did you get again?
4.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, I'll take a merke.
She scampers forward, covering 20 feet in almost the blink of an eye,
Oh god.
until she is but 8 inches away from your face.
Oh, she's within booping distance.
Do not boop. Do not boop. I repeat, do not boop.
But-
I'm sorry, Raquel. They all died while you were gone.
You see the lower jaw parts
oh.
start to separate, and you can see a small girl's jaw within opening. All you hear is this dissonant, childlike voice, almost as if you took a choir of plague-ridden orphans and had them all sing "Hungry" all at once. Make another composure. Both of you actually can make another willpower charisma
Oh hell, man.
composure check.
This is probably where I end up shitting myself.
No,
Oh,
you
no.
and me both.
Oh no, are they gonna have to take their bits back?
Right? Yeah.
One.
Damn.
Shit.
One?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
What about
Panic poop.
This guy's just a real wet one.
Oh, no. It's okay. The smell of decaying bodies probably covers it up. If I'm honest with you.
You mean the smell of just of some tomato soup?
No. It's Thursday. Tomato soup was Wednesday.
Have somebody on the medical staff bring me my brown pens.
It's more of a. You don't actually shit yourself, but you do break out in a very cold sweat. If you had gotten 0, you would have been running. You got 1, so. It breaks out in a nervous sweat. Its heart rate skyrockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about right.
And the adrenaline starts pumping. The rest of the face plates start moving back, and you can see 80's face. Small. So small compared to the size of this helmet piece. That this thing that envelops her now is. She blinks. She says, hungry.
I understand that you're hungry. You can wait just a few more moments. We've actually got something coming that I think you'll really like. But you have to come with me to get it.
The head tilts, the different head segment parts moving with her head as if she was a flower petal in the breeze. Leans forward a little bit more. Ooh. Yes?
Yes, food. But you have to come with me.
She looks down at your hand at that moment and sees the gun that you had out. You did say gonna be ready.
Right, it was loaded, but I didn't.
He didn't want it out because he didn't want to
Oh, you
approach
prepared
her
it?
with the
I
gun.
prepared it. I didn't
Okay.
pull it.
Okay, I was under that assumption the whole time that you like prepared it, you did that thing, and then you had to roll dice, so you put the gun down. Physically, we're not going by phys rep, actual description, so.
It's like in the holster.
It's in the
kinda.
holster.
He's not
you
holding
just-
the gun
you
at
just
all
prepped
times.
it.
Like,
Okay.
if he's not holding it right now, that means he's still holding.
She moves back. It's unnatural, almost staccato motion as she backs up. And the head pieces snap back into place. Her body gets close to the floor. And then goes motionless.
Trying to have food?
No, it's follow.
Oh. I'm not here, so I can't make judgments, but.
Adi, do you want me to come with you?
Do you want to notify him that you're done?
Oh. Zip zip. Captain, I've got the fuel. What?
His armband goes as it does.
Oh no. What do you want me to do with the fuel, Captain?
She sits back.
Off.
Her forearms come up off the ground.
Adi, it's not anything that's gonna hurt you. It was just somebody talking to me. That's all. That's all it is. Look, see?
And then she rushes at you.
Oh no.
Initiative.
Oh, how fun! I've never done this before on your system. Well done. Initiative.
All right. So the way
I'm
initiative.
blaming you.
I got the job done. Come on.
This is
Oh,
why
there it is.
she doesn't have an armband.
3 auto hits.
Wait, initiative equals reflex dice.
So it's
Cool.
7 derived. It's the number on the derived.
Okay, it's reflex
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
Oh, 5.
acuity. So
Plus acuity is.
does that mean we
auto
roll
hits.
6?
Acuity is auto hits though.
Oh.
So that means
So
you,
automatic acuity is a success.
yeah, you
Okay, so we have 3 and then 3 whatever I roll for reflex.
Oh, so it's the number that's on the left, then you also add the reflexes and acuity? That's right. Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool.
So-
I gotta get more dice.
Well,
Hold on.
the auto hits, the acuity is just the auto hits,
Right.
Yeah.
and then you
Whatever you
roll
roll
your
for
reflex dice and
Mm,
add
add
those
successes.
add
Okay.
those successes
Let me
to
find
the
Got it.
acuity
reflex
auto
better.
hits.
One. The auto hits are just
Yeah, auto hits is a feature of the system where certain things will say
Okay.
you receive
Alright.
auto hits.
And then...
A 5?
5 successes.
so the auto hits. So I'm adding what I rolled. I got 1 from the reflexes. So then it's plus
Oh,
the
I gotta
acuity,
roll
so that's
hers.
3. So
What's
that's
your acuity?
acuity is 3.
Okay, so 3 auto hits plus whatever you
I rolled one success from the reflex dice pool. So does that mean I get 4?
Orla has 6.
What's your reflexes?
3.
3.
From the
You
3.
got 1 success out of that. So
Yes.
1 plus your auto hits.
So
Okay, what did Quint get?
5.
5?
5 successes.
does that mean I got 4 success?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
so-
rolled 1, and what's your acuity?
My acuity was 3.
So your acuity, the entire thing is auto hits, so that means the hits you rolled, 1, plus your auto hits
Okay.
3.
is 4.
Okay, so I got 4. So you're going before me.
And how many?
You're not even here. You're confused as fuck. You were
Well,
just letting them know what
okay,
was
good.
going on. You
Oh, yeah.
heard that noise, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll decide what happens when it's my turn.
Oh, I don't like the responsibility!
What did you get?
6.
Okay.
Well, it's diving at Quint right now. So what's Quint's defense?
check that defense.
Can I throw a shield up in between before she... How quick is that?
It's not attacking you,
But
so
it
you
says,
don't get the reaction.
arm save of the target. The way it's phrased, I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah,
It
you can
says
throw
line
it
of
up.
sight. Alright,
Does
yeah.
it say reaction?
Action.
That means you do it on your turn.
Okay.
Some
If
people,
it's a reaction, you get to do it as
Okay. Thank you.
something that you just get to do.
I tried.
Pat, some people are asking just like the description of like how many arms.
Oh,
AE
it's got
has.
it only has it's only got 4 arms.
like
The
legs
best
and arms.
okay, to give a very quick, easy way to understand what this thing looks like, think of if you took the Guyver and Guts's Berserk armor when he has the full Beast Berserk armor on. Combine those two together, and you essentially have what she looks like.
It's fucking scary, man.
Coming
Some scary shit.
No shit. And it's coming right for me.
What the?
Well,
right for me. So check your character sheet. What's your defense?
what
I
is
don't
my
think
defense?
I pulled out the wrong amount of chips.
For what?
For
Stamina?
Yeah.
It's what I'm gonna do.
Defense. Lowest
many am I
between acuity and
What is what did
reflex.
it write down?
It's just 5.
So it's
Hold on.
acuity.
I have it right here.
no,
I
it's
can look
okay.
at it too.
Wait,
Sorry.
no, it says lowest. Lowest between acuity and reflex. Reflex is 5, acuity is 4.
Oh.
5 plus your constitution plus your will. You should have 10.
I only pulled
So-
out 5.
Is
So
that something wrong on your
get-
feet then? Should that be
Where-
4?
where'd you put
Maybe,
the?
yeah.
Right there.
Go
Should be
get
4.
some.
Well, Mike.
All right.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
well,
wait,
Oh,
wait,
your
just
mic. Just unclip it quick.
Just let
Here,
her
I'll
know.
turn it down.
Dice.
I don't.
It's
more?
it's going
You're
for
off.
you right now.
You're off. It's
Oh,
okay.
oh,
Go
shit.
grab the dice.
I pulled.
Oh no.
So my defense.
Insectoid. Yes, very insectoid.
Just
4.
yeah, guys, he's
You have a defense of 4.
Because
Yeah.
here's it says lowest between acuity and reflexes. My reflexes are 5. My acuity is 4, but you
Mhm.
have 5 here.
Oh, because if you read your one of your advantages.
we always gotta remember that shit.
There should be an advantage on the advantages sheet after skills. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I can pull it up as well. I have all your character sheets right here.
It says the neck increases acuity and reflex, but that's interfaced with a machine.
No, advantages.
Yeah.
Void wise. After being around the sector a few times, one learns how to keep their head down. Use the higher of reflexes or acuity to calculate your defense.
Okay.
Yup.
So you get 5.
5.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you know what she rolled after I use the restroom quick.
Oh, come on!
We haven't had like a.
Talk to chat.
Oh.
Hey, Chad, how's it going? I've got you running down here. Also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've taken to lowering my seat, and like you look so much taller from this position.
I love that you're like prepared to chat even when you're on stream. You're like, I'm a mod, and therefore you're like.
Yahtzee.
Did you? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a really bad thing.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's all 4s.
Oh, buddy.
All of them.
You try so hard,
Die.
got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, fuck.
Try to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Hey, I mean, if she takes a swipe at the hand and that comes off, it doesn't really hurt.
Oh no! Don't lose your hand.
Just give her the hand like
I will lose my hand if I get to keep the rest of me.
Imagine in here.
Yeah, do your job.
Okay,
Build me a new one.
I've got other issues right now going on.
Very true.
Okay.
There's a lot of tension going on right now.
Well, I need both hands if I want to shoot both my guns.
At the same time.
So,
alternate.
Dragon's asking, did you get your mic back on? Like,
Hang on, he has to turn.
oh, do you want like me to just like run over and turn that on for you?
No, 'cause then technically.
And then I had to. Well, I mean, I could just.
Well, yeah, I know, but then
It's okay.
it's fine.
It's okay.
I have nothing good to really.
Just like go up to Scott's mic and just be like,
yeah,
hey.
Just really awkwardly, just speak into your chest. This is nothing.
Yeah,
shady
just
at
like
all.
turn chest to head.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Master Allen. I gotta give Quint a hand.
Thanks for
If things get worse, yes, you do.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we don't know. We don't know if you're losing a hand.
Orla's not very good at repairing anything mechanical like that.
No
You're
defense.
on your own.
None.
I mean-
None. Critical failure. You know what happens with a critical failure? People die.
Hey, Kel. Wait, I'm the only other person with you, so if you say people die, this slowly steps away. Just be happy you're not a boy.
Actually,
You gotta turn.
What?
You gotta turn me back on. I've been talking into the other people's
There you
mic.
go.
Yay!
so, problem.
Yeah.
No successes.
Oh, the 5 is the way defense is calculated. When
think
you
that
do
means
an
how much
when you
damage
do an
you're gonna
attack roll,
Mm-hmm.
you accrue your damage bonus plus your attack dice pool, and then you apply the defense of the target as a negative to that die pool. So
I didn't even really need to roll.
you didn't need to roll anything. It's
I'm not dead.
Oh, hooray!
no, you still take damage though as she
Oh, I know.
as she dives into you. What was that? Oh. Oh, do me a favor. Get me one of those dragon milk.
The what?
The dragon's milk. No, actually a Hellesbach. The other beer.
Oh boy.
It should be in the blue and yellow. Hellesbach.
Black and yellow. Hello.
So it charges forward at an almost imperceptible speed. She doesn't so much as claw at you as she does just backhand you, and her wrist lodges right underneath your sternum and bodily lifts you off the floor and throws you into Orla. Orla needs to make a... Do I have my bottle opener? Yes, I do. Orla needs to make a reflexes plus athletics.
Oh, really? I feel attacked.
Technically, you are.
Yeah.
You've been hit by a +1 Quint.
Hey, +1. Is that all I'm good for? Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Where the heck is athletics?
Was he screaming like when Venkman got charged by Slimer? Ah!
I feel so funky.
Where's athletics?
Wow, the cookie box.
Sorry.
You can't see it.
By the way,
I need my trigger.
happy St. Patrick's Day, Sláinte.
Oh, that's why.
Oh.
Take a negative.
I don't need
that.
to drink a specific kind of beer today because I'm already Irish. I don't need to prove anything.
Want
Hey.
you know I only get 2 dice to roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Do something.
Oh, bitch, I'm fun. I got 2 successes.
Wow. 2 successes on 2 dice. So your fall is not cushioned, and you take an extra hit. So you take 4 damage total
fuck.
as you slam into the bulkhead behind her.
She's bony. You would have probably been stabbed by like a rib or something. You would have taken puncture damage.
Well,
Ow!
you would have taken the damage, or he takes the damage. Instead, he took the damage.
Apparently, I'm going to take everything right now.
I can fix that. I can
And
fix
she
that.
runs out of the mess and makes a hard right.
Oh no.
Oh.
Orla's turn. Because I have
Oh.
this wonderful magnetized...
Is she running away?
Oh, she's running away. Yeah, she's down. She's almost down the hall.
Uh,
When she leapt forward, just backhand
Ow.
dumped him.
How much health did you take?
yes.
He took 4 damage.
You dramatic as
Take
fuck.
away them poker
You look
chips.
at him like he took a shot to the chest
You probably got the wind
and then
knocked out of you.
slammed his head against the the bulkhead.
Can I tell
the
if
mess.
he has a concussion or anything? Like, Orla rushes over and
Okay.
you're like,
Make a intellect medicine check.
Stupid thing.
Hey, at least you didn't lose your hand.
yeah, you were so worried about your hand.
Yeah, I was.
Now he's just worried about his entire body.
Everything's broken.
There we go. Let's see if this works.
You don't have to take AP's place as the drama queen.
Yes, I do.
I have 3 successes.
That's pretty good.
You can tell that he would be. You could easily fix him up if necessary.
Mildly concussed.
You could do it with
Cellular regeneration if I really want.
cellular regeneration, or sorry about the automatic louder. I realized I had it cut down by 20 decibels. Sorry.
Does anyone else want a cookie?
I'm making sure this.
Asthma experience if I can avoid it.
Make sure everyone else is quiet now. What the hell?
Check.
Marco. Dick balls.
Everybody else speak.
Hello.
Dick balls.
Hi there.
I'm munching on a cookie.
He is. It smells good.
How's everybody else? That's why your microphone flipped under.
Oh.
That's another reason why. If it's gonna naturally fall that way, though,
Do it a little lower.
that's good.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Bingo.
Okay.
Nice.
Bingo.
How's it sound now, guys?
Bingo boingo.
Everything sound good?
Boingo boingo.
I can probably turn myself down.
It's that level of creepy today, honestly.
Speak
All right.
to us, chat, please.
Sound check sounds good.
Okay.
I don't want to hear from Barry. He'll lie.
Don't
Alright.
lie, Barry.
Barry's made of lies.
Be a nice guy.
The library.
Oh!
Go away.
But bump.
Get out of this house.
That's because Cassandra needs to put her microphone higher up on her shawl. It's too far away.
It was closer to my titties if it makes you guys feel any better.
Yeah, but I need it close to your mouth. That pretty mouth. There we go.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So you take a look at him. You know that you could easily fix him up. He's not concussed,
Okay.
but he's definitely going to be heavily bruised, and he might have a cracked rib.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, how much health do you have total?
Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't really know in this system what everyone's.
4, 5, 6, 11.
So yeah, you took
4 out of 11.
over a third of your health is just gone in one shot.
Or
What about his
Come here.
like his shield? I guess that was more of a
Does this
physical
hurt?
thing.
But like how much?
I would ask you to take an action.
Oh god.
Um.
Roll for how much that hurt.
I will. I would.
Do you sell your? You're
Yeah.
gonna do cellular regen. Okay. Spend the stamina.
Oh, we have
Okay.
stamina now?
Drain has been removed from the game,
Right.
and I've replaced it with a stamina system that basically makes it so if you cast something,
Intellect.
you just pay a stamina cost.
Okay, and I believe you said you're working on it to integrating it with everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
for other
integrate it into
actions.
everybody so that even non-magic using players will have access to things that they can use stamina on.
Okay.
My Aether Resonance. I added with intellect and.
Resonance plus. Wait, what does it read as?
It says, damage done to a biological type, blah, blah. The target of the spell is healed for 1 lethal damage per hit on an intellect plus Aether test.
Yep, intellect plus aether.
So intellect is my 5?
Yep.
Okay, thank
Well,
you.
whatever your intellect is 5.
Oh, do them separate?
No, do them
Okay,
together.
cool. Then
And
that's
then
great.
your aether knowledge is
It says 5 for resonance, 3 for edge.
no. Intellect
Yeah?
and not the aether stats.
Okay, help me.
Aether skill.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a skill in knowledge's aether.
Oh, well, 5. It would have been the same, actually. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, I got this. It's fine. You're fine. It's gonna be fine. It's maybe not too fine, but you have 3, 4 successes.
That heals all of it back, actually.
No. Well, would you look at that?
You notice the slight shimmer underneath her clothing.
Ah, yeah. If you actually look at her while she does this, you can see faint tattoo traces on her skin kind of light up as she channels etheric energy into you and starts knitting the flesh and bone back together.
So,
Doesn't hurt as much.
let's go! Come on, she's going down the hall.
Quint's turn.
Oh, kitty.
Oh,
running
cat
to the hangar. Because plan.
Okay, you're chasing after her. All right, she's about halfway down the hall. You can get into the hallway and maybe within 1 range of her. So that means you would be in medium range, not at melee range, but still medium. Meaning within like what would be considered like short pistol range.
I think that means you can take a shot.
If you wanted to shoot, you could shoot.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually gonna do that. I'm gonna go for her leg. I'm
Okay.
gonna go for her right leg.
Okay, that is a called shot. This will be an actual technique later that you'll spend stamina on. But for now, we'll do it as a cold shot. What I want you to do is build your pool for your attack, which is you're taking a careful shot. So this is dexterity
Dexterity.
plus marksmanship, pistols,
Ship. 4.
plus
Oh, give me that sweet stuff.
the damage of the pistol.
It says 5L.
That means you add 5 dice to that.
Holy crap.
Wow.
that lethal
damn.
damage.
I actually have to go outside my original number of dice.
What's the AP of the gun as well?
Oh, the armor piercing?
Mm-hmm.
Penetration says 2.
Okay,
some, like,
so her
healing
defense
shit.
with armor.
Oh my god.
Well, hopefully.
Right?
Just blow her freaking leg off.
Just have an orbital cannon down the hallway.
Yup.
That would be
Oh, that's her.
lovely.
That's right. That'll be her soak roll. So her soak roll will be reduced by a certain. Oh, you didn't do a soak roll. You have armor, right?
Yes.
Okay. After you take damage, if you have armor, you can roll the armor rating as soak to see if your armor absorbed any of the impact.
Oh.
Oh.
That's where you roll dice to reduce damage.
Now I know.
Okay. But the gun means that I have to reduce her armor rating by 2.
They better not fail you. We are in a high pressure situation here.
Okay, so roll. Wait a second. You have to remove her
Armor?
defense, which is 4 dice from that.
Goodbye, Blue.
Goodbye, blue dice. We hardly knew you.
But you pulled out the equalizer. That's
Yeah.
okay. I think that's the bigger gun. No, that's
No.
Hmm.
That's definitely not the hand cannon.
You had.
I had the dual.
Oh, the
pistol.
I'm thinking of the Peacecraft.
Yeah, you're thinking the two little.
Those aren't little. Those are like
The two big.
think like Desert Eagles,
Yes. All right.
but lasers.
Well,
Laser eagles.
Laser eagles.
The laser eagles.
Legals.
Eagles. We named things today.
Oh.
They're not laser eagles at all.
So some
Oh, fuck.
One.
water lasers.
Oh,
water
I
lasers.
reduced her armor rating by 2 because it's armor penetration of 2, so that means she rolls 6 dice.
Shit.
And she saves. The energy bolt flies out, and you feel that recoil snap back from your hand, and you see the round actually hit right where you aimed it,
Oh.
But
and then it just kind of goes. Like, you've seen what this thing does. You've seen it take chunks out of concrete. And it just kind of went... boom. Almost as if... And you could see faint traces of red electricity just kind of dissipate across the exterior of her carapace as the bolt landed. So...
well,
it's Melchior's turn. Melchior hears one hell of a ruckus coming down his direction from
yeah.
the mess hall.
energy weapons aren't going to cut it.
Well, good old Captain Quint. Melchior is going to go to the cargo bay where we have the pod stationed.
Okay, so you're taking an action to move into there. Are you going to then load it into?
Yeah, I'm just
That's going to be your whole turn.
putting the fuel into
The
thing.
pod.
Just gonna have it be open. We didn't really think of a plan after this part. We didn't really know what we were gonna do. We just got kind of
Get a
stick it
long
in there.
stick.
And I'm just gonna not be in sight of where that is. I'm just gonna shuffle off to the side a bit, out of the way.
So at the top of the round,
Well, it's the
as it
beast.
turns the corner, it actually stops, skids to a halt, and turns.
Oh no.
And you see the lower mandibles start vibrating, and then it opens, and you can see her mouth underneath screaming. And I need you to make a mental resistance check. So you're going to do willpower.
Is that all of us or
everybody?
just, or
Everybody,
just them?
who's who?
The two people that are
Fucking hell.
in that direction.
Stayed with engineering.
So roll willpower to defend. It's basically she did the psychic scream again.
Straight willpower, nothing else.
So you roll willpower, and the number of successes on that will reduce what kind of damage you take.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Oh God.
So just willpower.
This is mental defenses. Is your willpower?
Oh no, one.
One.
Just one. A singular.
Okay.
Yep. Also one.
You both take 3 stun
Live
damage
with that.
as it feels like your skulls are being squeezed.
Ooh.
So you rolled at least 1 success, so it means you're not stunned next round.
Oh, that's good.
Oh
You're
my
only dazed, which means you only have 1 action next turn.
Damn it.
If you took no damage, you would not be. So basically, if you take any damage, you're dazed. If you don't block any damage, you get stunned, and you take the stun damage. If you block it all, you're fine. That's how that psychic scream works. And then she turns to run into the cargo bay, and that's when Melchior sees it run around the corner. It takes up the whole door.
Oh God. Ugh.
It actually, when it leapt to make the turn, and it actually dented in the doorway as it landed horizontally to use the doorway as a vault to get into the room. As it lands about 10 feet into the cargo bay. But you're in the car. It's in the cargo bay proper now.
Where did we have the pod?
The pod was well, you had one of the other engineers take care of it, so they just leaned it up against Quint's ship.
Oh, I did.
Is that leadership check?
We're gonna have a talk.
That was on you.
We're gonna have a ship-wide talk.
Megaphone over
Not
speaker.
again.
The entire...
Giant head over holographic everything.
Nobody respects that ship.
I do.
It's okay.
My baby!
Everybody else
My
does.
baby.
Assholes.
So okay. So if it's up against it's up against Quint's ship.
man.
It is now Quint's turn. You only have one action, so you can't see it because it turned the corner and it's now in the.
Did I see it go in?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did. Like you saw it through the red haze, as the blood kind of coursed through your eye, through your ocular cavity and the capillaries in your eyes a little bit harder than normal. But as soon as the effect wears off, you see its tail end kind of skirt through into that other room.
Great. Okay. My action is going to be switching to the hand cannon.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Well, it's not an energy weapon, and
That's a free action, though, by the way.
Oh, it is.
That's kind of a bonus action.
Do you still want to
Equipping a weapon, putting a weapon away and equipping a new one is a bonus action. Yes. You can still do one of those, but you don't have your 2 full actions. You can only take one normal action instead of doing 2 full or a complex. You can't do a complex either.
Would loading this be a simple action?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm loading it.
Which round?
I know I got the one that has the AOE that I
Do you have an
bought.
outlaw star gun?
Are you finally gonna use that suspicious bullet
No,
thing you got from like, the
because
first
that's
episode?
explosive. I'm not doing that.
Oh, the poor ship already, man.
Yeah.
God. Engineers would be working for like a month and a half trying to fix dents and shit.
The 9L damage
Okay.
round.
Which is an AoE splash.
Is it? Is there one that isn't?
Well, that's what you get for using the hand cannon.
The 12. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. The 9L is the armor piercer.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Because,
appropriate.
as we just saw, energy weapons have no effect.
Okay. So he pulls out the 75 caliber self-propelled mass reactive round.
Done fucking around.
Nexite core.
Hey.
Snaps the cylinder open. Loads a singular round in. Next is Melchior. Bring it up the rear.
So it's in the room, like it hasn't gotten to the pod yet, though.
No, it's like you're fairly sure with the way it moved in, it could get there
Really
very
quickly.
soon. Yeah.
I feel like in this instance, I feel like typing to ask you what to do is not gonna be. By the time I finish typing,
You can make a singular vocal question and he
I
can
guess I
respond.
Okay.
You can do it. You have verbal communications.
Right, okay.
The fact that you guys have been texting each other with cute emojis and shit has been all on you guys. You've had the ability to literally send voice messages this whole time.
I'm gonna whisper because I don't want to attract any attention.
Too late.
What do you mean? I'm stealth dwarf right now. Quinn. If it goes in the pod, what do I do?
Close it!
Okay, I meant kind of like after I close it.
Don't worry about it.
That's it. That's it. What are you doing?
Okay, so it hasn't gone over to.
No.
It hasn't gone to the pod yet, but
Nope.
I'm gonna not Quinn. Melchior is going
No, he's
to kind of position himself
So you're moving.
close by like to the ship where I'm like basically like hiding
You're gonna take cover behind
the pod.
Quinn's ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
I'm
this is
gonna
what,
say it again.
this is for tactical.
Assholes.
I'm not being an asshole. This is strategic.
Trying to stay alive.
Yeah, I'm being a little hobbitsy trying to hide from the big dragon right now.
I mean, it's an extension of the captain. So in essence, the captain's protecting his crew.
That's some poetic shit that Quinn does not
Sure,
have time
sure.
for.
Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
only big time after this.
so Melchior is hiding, like under by the ship, like by the pod.
All right. No other actions. You're going to equip your
Yeah, I'll like have my put
your
my
armor. Okay. So you activate the harness to turn on the full armor suit.
Yeah,
now.
I activate my Mark III Yarn Hood armor. It's like the helm, like my helmet is like
Snaps in.
Yeah.
You can leave that down. Actually.
Yeah.
I can leave this down now. So yeah, I am hiding like
Like a kitchen, and as if you were being chased by a dinosaur.
what? No, okay, no, I got you. I thought you meant like you're being
She
chased
doesn't
by a
have.
kitchen.
She doesn't have spoons to play.
There is no spoon.
On her turn, she bounds over to the capsule. Just before she gets to it where she would like leap into it to grab the Nexite core, she stops. And she tilts her head and she starts eyeing it. And Melchior can see through his visors. Her eye, all 6 of her eyes squint very hard. She skitters back for a few, and she puts her arms out and pulls the Nexite out into her hands
No, this was a mistake.
from about 10 feet away.
Clever girl.
And then takes a fuck all bite
Oh.
out of the Nexite rod. The mandibles drop down, and an extra set of jaws fly forward, lined with just some kind of viscous saliva as she bites in, and you can hear the Nexite sizzle as it cuts away and removes it, and then she starts to chew. Orla's turn.
So I don't have it, but I have whoosh. So can I record this since I know that the ship is down? And I know I don't know if security is getting footage of everything that's
Yes.
happening. All right, so she's gonna try and get line of sight and make sure that she's like,
Recording.
Yo, what? You need to put this in. You need to put this on your vlog channel. Is this what's happening? We got a live stream.
That'd be really fucking funny. Just a space blogger.
Yo, this shit's popping off. World star.
Please help. Please help. This is happening right now. Please help.
Listen, if we
So
live streamed it, we would
all
get in
she was
so much
able to do,
trouble.
because now you're no longer dazed now because your turn activates.
Yeah, she's like, oh, for fuck.
You
Whoa.
oh, sorry, Noodle. I put my hands down and I
You forgot
ended
you
up
had a
grabbing her tail accidentally
Oh.
because she's sitting right between
Oh.
in her little on her little bed.
I'm so happy I figured that
It's
out.
a great spot for her.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So the only thing you can do is run to that spot and
Yeah.
as a bonus action turn on your recording systems.
Thank you.
Quint's turn. You are no longer dazed, so you have your full action now.
Okay. Going in the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try the same thing. I'm
Okay.
gonna blow her leg off.
Okay.
We can fix that.
Make the same check.
I could.
What a
Reflex.
fatherly.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
it's tough
the leg
love.
off.
It's tough love, all right? You know? You skipped class
Okay,
and
you
shit.
said reflexes and what? What
Pistols.
else? Pistol. Pistol.
It's a skill. Marksmanship pistol.
It just says marksmanship.
Oh, okay. I thought I might have given. I at one point I was thinking of giving a. It's a different set of skills now. The way I do the headers. So I'm thinking about what I've done in Alpha 2. Sorry, I'm actually in the middle of developing the next phase of Alpha for this system, We're currently playing version 1, so I'm thinking of stuff in version 2 that I haven't implemented on their sheets yet. So I apologize for not understanding that. And then you had the damage.
So 9.
Yes, -5.
4. Hey, 13 dice.
Oh my.
It's gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Well, let's see.
Come on. Gotta get out of this somehow. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. I'm going to roll 4 dice. Any of them come up ones, you were off target and you hit the Nexite core that she's holding in her hands.
Aiming for her leg.
She's a moving, and she's also a very... have you ever tried to precisely hit something while wheeling around a doorway?
It's like shooting.
It's very difficult.
Fish in a barrel.
And you also took a called shot, which I should have actually given you a negative on your roll 2.
Oh, but I'm awesome.
Just wait for the
Oh boy, I rolled a 1.
Oh no. Oh.
I could take a picture of it.
No, we believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So Quint wheels around the door, looking on into the cargo bay. No, I'll take a picture of it, sure, and put it on Twitter.
Barry the Goblin has demanded a picture.
Oh god.
I haven't touched the table since.
Barry, I hate you.
You should also take a picture of our poor faces right now, because
Also, I'm
this
upset.
might be the last will and testament of the crew.
I'm upset because Quid said like she has to record so people know what happened when they find the drifting empty ship.
Right?
Come on, Quid, have a little bit of faith. But you kind of yeah, okay.
So, I need Melchior
I'm here in a bad spot.
and Quint and Orla.
Oh fuck.
I need all 3 of you to roll your armor ratings.
I got 10 armor. I'm okay with that.
What is my armor?
It's next to. It's on my garb, right?
Yeah,
Rated
it actually
6?
it says it should say armor as a tertiary trait underneath your health and stun.
Oh yeah, 8.
Okay, wait. I just have a question about one of my abilities with Iron Draw. It says when making armor saves against stun damage, the character may re-roll all ones.
That's
only stun damage. This is physical.
This is physical.
Okay.
That's your Brandfod like resilience.
So like the scream thing.
the scream thing, you would have re-rolled any one.
Okay.
3.
1, 2, 3.
I got 0.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's a lot of 4s and 2s and 1-1. Oh god. Oh, I should have. Fuck your ship, man. Fuck that shit.
You should have been in the ship. You should have crawled in it and laid down.
I thought I could have been like a sneaky thing where it climbs in and I'm like I was behind it. Whoosh, and close it. But no, this is not how I wanted it to go.
Good night, folks.
I'm so glad I have so much health and armor and stun.
Yeah, if someone's gonna take it and be okay. I mean, if you make your way over here.
Yeah. Am I gonna have to build some new
There you
legs?
go. Okay, so what did you guys roll there?
Tell everybody where
3.
to find it on Twitter. I got a 3.
Oh,
0.
roll on the starship.
Oh,
the
no.
ship, yeah, the ship's taking
Oh,
Ship
damage.
should
ship.
have an armor rating as well.
Yep.
You're gonna need to roll that.
Wait, like the big ship or my fighter?
Your fighter.
Okay.
Armor.
Your fighter.
5.
I need to get
I have more
1,
armor
2,
than
3,
my
4,
ship
5,
does.
6, 7, 8. No. It's
Ah, what the?
It's in the gun. There you go.
for the purposes of this, you can add the hull to it as well.
15.
Okay, that's a lot.
All right, there's hope yet.
So that's 12. 3 more. Okay, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
14.
Better than we did.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh boy.
It's on Twitter, by the way, if you want to see.
Oh great. Let me pull this up.
Wow.
Oh, come. Why?
Please,
Is that, well, is that a good wow or a bad wow? We need some clarification.
Is he taking a picture again? Oh, for fuck's sake!
All
no.
terrible. All bad. All bad.
Oh no.
All bad things for you, not for us.
Mikel's not here for
Lucky-
one game.
Lucky not this isn't a spell. This isn't like a normal check. I'm going to just send this one to Cassandra so that she can see what I'm talking about. I'm disappointed.
Disappointed.
Where is it? I don't see the picture.
That sounds like it could be good for us.
I'm disappointed. Just sent it.
Waiting. I got it.
He was the one from
Oh, all
the
right.
4 dice one had.
Oh.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
All right. I mean, it could
Alright.
still suck dick balls because
I mean,
those of us
Does your
with
ship
very.
have
I
enough?
rolled 14 dice and I only got 3 successes, okay?
Is that a good thing?
This is some orc
Yeah,
rolling right
I
here.
mean-
That's a lot of ones.
Good.
I know.
That's a lot of ones.
So.
It's a good thing that wasn't the last dice roll.
If it had been a skill check, it would have been a critical fail. Oh, no, it would have been a setback. So if you roll more than half your dice pool is ones, and you have more than a chance die, it's called a setback. If you have no dice left and you roll a single die as like a chance and it comes up a 1, that's a critical failure. So there's a way to get to critical failures, but it's a lot harder to do than randomly just rolling a 1. But anyway, everybody reduce 3 damage by the armor saves you rolled.
What? What?
You took so you rolled armor saves, right?
Yeah.
Each of you got 3.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Melchior did not.
No.
I got 0.
Melchior's taking 3 to the face.
Okay. That's
manageable.
That's manageable.
Quint gets thrown back from the doorway
Wait.
and slammed into the bulkhead behind him in the gantry.
Again.
This time he's able to brace himself and the armor he doesn't slam his head.
You were patched up real good, like.
Orla's
I'm
smart enough
okay.
to get her head out of the way. Orla ducks. Are you even on the screen? Yeah, you are.
What? Yeah.
Melchior flies back from his location. Well, he was closer, so it makes sense.
So I was like,
Was
under.
he pinned between the door and the fighter?
No, he was at the fighter. I imagined you at the nose of the fighter.
Okay. Yeah.
Hiding
Yeah.
Okay.
behind the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually bounces off the retaining field that's designed to keep all the atmosphere in and the void out. So you actually hear a as his body slams off the field and he slides across the floor.
I took 3 damage for that.
Yeah, it's not. You are.
You have sturdy armor.
I do.
Yeah.
I had my full. Armor
And it was, and she took a chunk out of it, so it was not completely a full piece.
Okay.
I'll
take that.
She, on the other hand, you actually see there's smoke right now. There's a lot of smoke, and it's Melchior's turn.
If I'm able to.
You hear over the intercom.
No, I feel like you don't even need the intercom. It's just like in the hall.
Yeah, we're all together now.
Just
But it's muffled, so it's just...
Whatever. So if I'm able to get up and see where AD is.
All you see is like a large smoking. You can see the deck is scarred and blackened by the explosion.
Metal.
And there's a whole lot of haze and smoke as you basically flash evaporated every bit of moisture in this room, and the air tastes dry.
I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to remember because I have a skill called Bring It On.
Mm-hmm.
I can use that. It says all taunt actions are used. So like, what necessarily is like a taunt action?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something I can do to attract?
Yeah, you can make a taunt action where you basically step out and you make a, depending on how you describe it, it's a, let's see here. Sorry. It'll be a skill check depending on how you describe what you do.
Okay. So, also I just want to, what is the state of his fighter right now?
Oh, it took some hits.
But it's,
one of the wings kind of crumpled a little bit. It took a brunt of the blast for you.
True.
You protected your crew.
I'm frustrated.
Crew.
I'm kind of upset.
The naked lady looks like she's been through a burn ward.
But I don't know if I'm necessarily.
He was so proud of the bomber chick on the front.
Right now, I'm not as because I was able to take that pretty well, and I'm like in my full armor suit, like I'm ready for anything. I'm not necessarily too afraid of 80 as I am of how much Quint is going to be pissed off at me for letting this happen to his ship. So I'm going to just start like smashing my using my my multi-mech, like just smashing the floor and just like trying to create as much like sparks and like sound attention that I can.
Okay.
Because like I just
keep saying
that I'm seeing like just this haze and I can't see where it is, and I'm just like, okay, they're over somewhere on the other side of the haze, and I need it to come and get me and leave, you know, so they can figure out what to do now. Because we just lost the fuel. The plan's fucked. We gotta just
airlock it.
I mean,
you guys have such experience with that.
Strength plus intimidation.
Strength plus intimidation. Okay, so I'm trying to do that. So 4.
That is a strength intimidation check.
Where is my intimidation? There it is. Okay.
It was Quint's fault. He shouldn't have parked it there.
2, 3, 4. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow yours because I like borrowing yours.
Oh, the thing. Oh, hey.
Hey there.
Easy.
Go get it.
I got
with
it.
your teeth.
It's that kind of stream now. Is it because I'm here?
Yep.
Damn it!
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey.
5.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Welcome back.
I've been here the whole fucking.
He's actually been rolling pretty alright considering
makes a willpower
his
check.
health pool is.
He was doing all right, and then he hit 0, and now we're back to 5, and then...
He's just looking better than you were before.
Stole my mojo.
You can't see him. You just see his
What the hell is that?
This is Melchior's dwarven war cry.
Sounds...
The author of the universe would like to notify you that Melchior is not the standard for Brandfod in this universe.
Look,
normally
this
they don't
is,
sound like an ostrich in heat.
Why is that so spot on?
This is a desperate situation. I will not be judged for my voice acting abilities.
The signal would be a dying giraffe.
Okay, you get the point across.
All you see is was it Younglafar?
Yeah, my multi-mech young far.
You just see that go up above the prow of the ship of your fighter, and you just see it slamming down, and all you can hear is the clanging happening on the other side of it as Melchior screams at the top of his lungs.
Can Orla sense his blood pressure?
No, I'm not. I'm not smacking his ship.
He doesn't know that.
But he can't see that.
Okay.
You're on the other side of it.
I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things.
So the top of the round, it's 80's turn. The smoke starts to dissipate. And you see standing there with arms limp down. This odd posture with the reversed legs, where it's almost like the insect part is standing ready to run, but the upper portion is gone. what's left is the upper torso of a naked young girl. And she's scarred and bruised and bloodied from the explosion. And her arms just hang at the side. And she just looks forward, and Melchior sees her eyes, and they are black pools with no sign of anything but malice. And she screams, and in an instant, the scales erupt from her body and snap back into place as she charges him.
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go.
What's your defense?
My defense is a 3.
Okay.
I don't roll that. You just need to like know what that is, right?
Yep. I just needed to know that because I removed that from the... All right, so you're going to take... so I need you to roll armor save versus 4 damage, but the armor save is reduced by AP 4.
Okay, so I normally have 10, but reduced by 4, so 6.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
All right.
She lunges forward. Chunks of the bulkhead ripping up underneath her claws as she goes from a standstill to what you have to assume is close to 60 kilometers per hour.
And she's like forearming, like
Four-armed galloping. Leaves her feet and flies at his chest.
oh,
The impact bounces off the interior of the hangar.
well, not again.
Well, no, the impact sound.
okay,
the sound
okay.
of the impact echoes throughout the hangar and down the hallways. And it sounds like if you've ever heard a car accident
Yup.
or been in a car where the vehicle has hit a deer, it's that crunching metal dull
wet.
thud sound
No.
as she slams into his chest.
No.
But Melchior's been in a few scraps before. He takes the impact, balls up, rolls with it, and throws her off to the side as she bounces off the front of Quint's ship.
Oh.
Now you do it on purpose.
No, that's where they are.
I mean, you guys kind of got to choose.
And Melchior is
where
able to
you
get to
were.
his feet as he rolls through with the impact. Unscathed from what you can see. Well, you see his head over
A
a
little armadillo.
little spot.
Ah.
Orla's turn.
Oh, can I hurt it now?
Can you actually hurt it? Can you do something to bring her down?
Biology's a little different than I can try. So she's going to try and cast internal hemorrhage.
Okay.
So hold on.
Spend the prerequisite
Yeah.
stamina.
Yes. Well, okay. So with 2 at the start. Okay. Brand new skill. What do I do? Okay. Pick one. Make a willpower. plus
Barry says,
info
"Damn it,
check."
Chiana, just do the thing."
There's a little bit of washu in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, Vala. All right, so willpower is 3, then 5. With the target's constitution or willpower, whichever is highest, as a defense penalty.
-4.
Okay. Dick sucker.
She's very young. That would be inappropriate.
So she's doing a lot of inappropriate shit. She should be grounded. You gotta talk to her.
I feel like
Can
Melchior.
we get her,
I'm okay
for
with
all
being
intents and
frightened.
purposes,
Stunned first?
Melchior might have to be put on a list now.
By the way,
Awesome.
you can.
Orla can't release this video.
Yeah, no, we can't let it, no.
Nope.
Oh no, it's for
No,
science.
it's for
scientific.
science.
It's like National Geographic.
You can also
Doesn't
spend
mean you can
willpower on
release
this
it.
to get those 3 dice plus the rerolls on the 6s.
That's going inside the Disney.
You can
vault.
spend the edge.
Ooh, okay, yes,
Nothing
I'd like
gets
to
out
do that.
if you
Okay.
So,
No, you don't spend stamina. It's you have an edge stat.
And you spend from that.
oh,
spend
the
from that.
3. Okay, so I'll spend 1 to make sure this fucking goes off.
Okay,
I
you
have
add
no
3 dice
marker.
to that then.
Okay.
And now 6s get re-rolled.
Well, they would. Unfortunately, I only have 1 success.
Okay, what's the effect of the spell?
Fuck me. Hits on the chest or traumatic damage as a bonus action on your sub. Okay, yeah. So traumatic damage.
So that's
Obviously-
unhealable.
Yes, and also it's locked on at this point.
Mm-hmm. So what's her gesture? What's she do?
She's kind of like trying to look like almost like through her to try and understand where it looks all weird, and then she just starts pulling her hand in.
As she does that, you see the neck sight tattoos start to glow again. This time a kind of a deeper shade of red. And in front of Melchior,
Yeah.
the creatures, the scales start to vibrate, and you can see this yellowish, pussy-looking liquid start to ooze out in between as it makes this
Can we try and move
sound.
now?
Oh, you've done damage to it.
Oh, that's good.
1.
Oh, By the way-
I tried. That's what trying looks like.
Yeah,
also,
apparently
it takes.
my freaking gun doesn't do it.
Connery's got like a nice new custom like DMs box, and like he just put
Pictures
One-
available on Devil's Look Gaming.
one health chip.
A singular.
A singular health
I've
chip
got
on the
this
tracker.
much health left, but that's not a lot of health.
That's how much you've done. Yeah, I track damage
One
by
ship.
showing you how much you've done.
Great.
Just like give you an idea of what you're doing. So
Wins.
Quint's turn.
Did you say all the scales had gone back into place now? She's fully covered.
Oh,
again?
she's fully covered again. Like instantaneously after you saw that form, it just wrapped around her again.
It is sustained.
Yes, I know.
Okay,
No, well, this is from when the next sight exploded on her.
fair enough.
Damn it.
I have a whole tray of chips here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Just letting you know how it works.
I want a little fan so my hair can be Izaki when I.
Fubs Batman might have a point there. If you detonate the fighter. Just saying, chat's trying to help.
Listen,
For science, we should hear
Chat,
everything out.
listen. I
Chat-
don't want your help anymore.
Chat is-
okay?
Chat is here to help you.
Just from off to the
No,
side.
that-
like,
No.
Quinn,
No.
Quinn, I didn't mean to throw it back at your ship. It wasn't my fault. It kind of just happened.
Quint's turn. What is Quint doing?
Nah.
Quint has 2 actions.
2 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've had them every turn. Moving is one of them.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go for broke. We got that tranquilizer made, right? Back before she dove into the floor. Because I'm pretty sure I remember her being successful.
Oh, you didn't say anything about... Yeah, they successfully made it, but they hadn't, put it into anything yet. It just got synthesized. You didn't grab it from the medical lab either. So you could call for somebody to bring it.
Okay.
That's a bonus action, so you still have your 2 actions left.
Do that.
Maeve's the name of the nurse that was...
Right, yeah. And freaking out because she couldn't get it done. What is 80's current position? Is she standing? Is she prone?
Oh, she's drippings with goo in front of Melchior.
I know that much, but
It's
how is she positioned while she is dripping?
Oh, she looks like she's about to rip Melchior a new one in about 5 seconds.
she smells very bad. It's not a pleasant smell.
How far away am I?
So by the end.
You're about 50 feet away. You're in range 2. The very back end of range 2. And I'm touching a Kate.
Alright, well, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to switch back over to the equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, needs to be loaded.
Okay.
That's one action.
Just equipping it is a bonus action, but you already took one, so yes, you could use one of your actions to equip it. You can barely see her. She would have half cover, so you would reduce your dice pool again if you shot from here.
I mean, I guess that depends if
You could also
still
move
wanna do
into
that.
position.
I would like to move into position.
Okay, so about where you're going. Like on your left is where the ship is. To your right is the open cargo bay area. They are fighting at the front of the prow of your fighter.
Is just for clarification. So the front of the ship is that as close to like where like the
field.
Yeah. So like the field that goes out to space. So like the ship is forward facing, like a car in a garage.
Yes.
Okay. Just
I'm going to move closer to them.
Yeah, so to give Melchior's view of this right now, to his right is the vacuum of space behind the field, and to your left is the once pristine ship, the lightning fighter that you've been taking such great care of.
and to my front is a gurgling, horrifying monster.
That's right where it is.
Yeah.
So it would
Coming out of your pay.
You'd get half cover if you fired from here, so you're going to move into position, so you're going to be pretty much right behind Melchior.
Maybe you should have had some starfighter insurance.
I think they would have dropped him from the plan.
The chat is coming up with various names of
I
space
haven't done
insurance.
it. I haven't done anything to it. This has
High
been
risk
everybody
occupation.
else that's been fucking with my shit.
Well, everybody knows what happened to the last starfighter he had. Sci-fi movie puns. Okay, Melchior's turn.
That's awesome.
Now that you know exactly what's going on.
All right.
Don't hit the red button.
So 80 is like kind of like lurching over me right now, but I'm still standing. But then again, she is like 8 feet tall. So
Yeah.
Crouching, she's about
crouching on all fours or just on two?
crouching on all fours. She's about at eye level with you.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of my like actual actions. I am going to attempt to just uppercut her in the face with my multi-mech.
All right,
Problem
you
solving.
can just do that.
Yeah. Let's fucking have a party, guys.
Like, look, I mean, this is some crazy shit, and I'm just like, I've been flung across the room, like, I'm just gonna fucking punch her in the face
Oh my god.
Okay.
I was highly tempted to turn on
with
the
my
music.
multi-mech, not just my fist, my multi-mech. Just clarification.
Roll your attack.
All right.
Her defense is 4.
Okay.
So assemble your die pool.
Okay. Damage 12.
No. First, it's your attack die pool.
Sure, you can.
I'm trying to listen.
Mm,
Sorry. Okay. Say that again. Sorry.
you're making a strength attack.
Okay.
So it's strength plus martial arts
Okay. That's 4. That's
plus the damage profile for the melee option of your multi-mech. Because it has multiple forms.
it. Yeah. One says 12L. The other says strength plus 6L.
Ah.
So.
Okay, so I'm
I'm
sorry. That's not strength plus 6L. It's just 6L.
Okay. So that means
Is the melee range one. Yeah.
what 6L being
6.
Oh,
6 more dice.
gee, I'm borrowing some of your
Yeah, you
blues.
And then you reduce that by 4, though.
Okay,
Ah,
I'll
but-
just use my okay.
Ow.
I can't see everything.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. And then what's the AP on the profile for the melee one?
The AP,
It should say penetration.
4.
I just say 4/0 or just say
It's
4?
2/4, meaning the close range.
Oh,
is
close
stronger
range is
penetration.
actually better from penetration.
Yeah.
So
hope that's good. I haven't gotten to punch
Yeah,
something
I
with my
hope so,
multi-mech.
too.
I haven't. It's always been you guys just going around shooting. I'm just like, I gotta fix a panel.
How much damage did you do again?
I did 3 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled 4. So,
Oh,
That was close.
I tried.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear a clang.
no, this is good because I needed an actual melee combat interaction to
For
really like
balance.
balance out this system, and I'm figuring out now the strength and versus armor kind of.
Whether it's like something's like a physical.
If I need to
bolt
nerf armor, increase damage. If it's kind of evening out, I have to see what it is.
or-
So, you see the multi-mech in his hand, kind of, he throws his wrist down, and the multi-mech forms up around his arm up to his elbow. As think of like a
Like a brace?
no, a Zaku close combat weapon. And he runs in, feints left, and then comes up with an uppercut from the right. She falls for the feint, and then he feels that connect with something, and then he sees that its hand is actually holding the
Oh.
fist down,
Oh no.
and it just looks at him and as it takes its attack. What's your defense again? 3?
My what?
Your defense.
It is indeed a 3.
We are gonna die.
We can
Don't say
open
that.
the airlock. Go get.
-3.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of dice.
That did sound like the sound is more terrifying
I
than
need
the
you to
sound
make
of
your
the alien.
armor save versus 5 damage. The penetration is 4.
So my armor -4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she did 5.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3 successes.
3.
So 2 damage.
Okay.
The hand that caught the weapon, his enhanced fist, she clamps down on it, and with her left hand, she lifts him bodily off the floor and slams him against the
ahead,
force
say it.
field.
The shield. He said the
The,
shield.
the force
He said the
field to
shield.
her left.
God,
Okay.
don't be such a masochist.
He did a right-handed uppercut. She's on the left. He caught it. She caught it with the left, so she grabbed it and flung him into the force field. And then she punches your starship because she felt like it.
Yeah, there it is. Everything else in this room is hitting my ship.
You take 2 physical.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, you did it?
oh, two more?
No, just 2 in general.
Okay, I took the 2, yeah. So I'm down to, I still have a lot of health.
But he is able to keep his feet underneath him when he lands. But you
11
do smell that ozone as the crackle of the force field absorbs another shot.
Oh no. Be careful about that.
So
Now it's the creature's turn. Maybe.
no, that was the creature's turn. It's Orla's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was like my turn, but so it did me, and then it attacking was it. Okay,
See if
okay.
you can find a way to like get an opening, get the scales peeled back somehow.
I look like I could.
I don't know.
Do I look like I'm doing this at any time? No.
Wait.
Trying to think. Would she?
You still have, by the way, the internal hemorrhaging attached.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
had
You
a
set it
question.
aside. Good.
Where's someone who's good at throwing beakers when you need them?
I'm throwing more than bakers, I assure you. Considering she knows how it's looking for energy, would she know of any way? Also, I'm gonna roll this. That.
Did you spend the appropriate stamina to do that?
Boop. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Traumatic. Okay.
Would she know of any way that would maybe like slow it down, make it sleepy, make it like a wasp? You know what? If you make it really cold, it'll make a wasp slow and lethargic.
Make a intellect biology check. as after it throws Melchior against the wall,
Oh, buddy.
you can
the field.
the field,
Yeah.
the force field wall. You
Yeah.
bounce off of it, and it goes to move forward again, and then you start seeing it shudder again, and more of that fluid starts to pour out of its 5. Yeah, if you reduce its, if it's insectoid enough, you could reduce its body temperature to a point to make it sluggish, or you could deprive it of oxygen.
Nice.
She relays this quickly in, no, not this way, actually. That does nothing. Oh, look at my beautiful sleeves. She pulls up a window and just lets them know in the group chat. If we could try and control the environmental, make it colder, deprive the oxygen enough that it might possibly make her slow enough that we can push her in and out. Try and take advantage of the environment that she's in.
Can you just like yell that at us? We're all in the same room.
Yeah, but she's like,
She's in the hallway, so she
Yeah.
did it to calm.
Yeah,
she didn't
you're all like-
she hasn't even seen the.
Oh yeah, no, I am.
No, she can kind of see it.
Yeah.
She's just hiding,
Okay.
and she also can say that without having to shout it,
True.
since you have comms.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want it to fucking look at me. I'm already not
I'm-
making
I'm
friends today.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm keeping it a bit preoccupied.
You're doing great.
Guess it's on me.
Thanks.
I'm gonna. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm. It is Quint's turn now.
All right. I'm gonna head for the environmental controls
Okay.
in the hangar bay.
Okay. That's one action to get there.
Okay, now that I'm there, this is gonna be a miracle if I pull this off.
It's there's no frills on this, so you're actually going to take a negative to this computer's check because the main systems are down, so it's in like DOS mode. You know the way the CRTs look in Alien?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the comm device with Orla to figure this out because
Tech support.
my computer skill is next to nothing.
I don't know if I could guide you through this, but I'll try.
Make a computer's check. Just her at roll computers. Every success adds a die to your
So
roll.
you have 2 successes that you'll
So you
add.
can add 2 successes.
Is it just computers?
Just no, it's for you. It's computers. And are you trying to do this quickly, or are you trying to do this the right way?
Yeah, kind of.
One's acuity, one's intellect.
Oh, whatever acuity is, because that's a lot more.
That's fast.
Okay.
So acuity.
All right.
Acuity plus,
Okay.
plus computers for 1, plus 2 more for the bonus,
Was it you get plus 2 successes or plus 2 dice?
plus 2 dice.
Okay. Hopefully successes.
All right, let's
Right.
crank up that AC.
I could have just given him 2 failures.
Oh. 1, but it's a 6, and I would like to spend a point of edge.
Okay.
I should have used edge when I was punching it in the face.
I forget about Edge sometimes. I feel like I want little trackers.
So it's
You can grab trackers if you want.
So it's
that would probably
3
be a better option.
3 extra dice plus re-rolling the 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So I got 1 so far. Oh, yikes!
That was not a success.
But that was
Is it a 6?
no, it's a 5.
So you got 2.
2 successes.
Orla's trying to explain what prompts to just type in blah blah blah. Yeah. That. Okay. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
We're already on emergency power.
Suddenly music turns on. You know, it's like math core.
What the heck is math core?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't know everything about this generation. Math related music.
The text is on.
Oh no. Okay.
Melchior's turn.
Sends it over to you. Is this what you meant to do?
So,
Not at all. Not at all. This is a problem. This is what happened last time. We need to fix this. I don't.
We could try and do we have the
Melchior's turn.
10 seconds.
so
Oh shit!
where is
That's essentially 2 turns.
So where is
place
the
like
position of 80 right now?
Right in front of you, and she's oozing more. And she doesn't look happy.
Oh, no one's happy when they ooze.
So like, how close? Like right in front of me still?
What's your name's Ivan?
Like right in front of me? Like,
Oh yeah, you guys are in melee combat with each other. You guys are,
Alright.
are tussling and dancing a little bit.
All right. Let's see. Is there something more I can do?
Quint punches computer.
Yeah, basically. That's kind of what happened.
No, that's athletic actions. Okay. I am going to try to just smack her again, but this time instead of like trying to go for her face, I'm gonna go for her. Is she on?
You gonna try and
full or
knock her
two?
down?
Yeah, I'm gonna like try to like go for like her legs.
All right, so this is more of an opposed grappling check, so you're not gonna get your damage out of it,
Okay.
but she's not gonna get her armor against it. So you just roll versus her defense. If you get the grapple, you'll knock her prone.
And I'm rolling with strength
Mm-hmm.
and anything else.
Strength plus martial arts.
Oh, strength plus martial arts. Okay.
Wait, did you send me a message?
Just
1, 2,
scream
3, 4, 5, 6,
nonsensically.
7. So that's 7.
I didn't get anything. If you sent anything,
No, wait.
No,
I'm
he
talking about
wanted
to
to
him.
scream out that.
Oh.
Oh, what do
you
you
gotta wait till your turn.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
This doesn't qualify. Okay, if it okay, never mind. I keep trying to look at my cybernetic upgrades for athletics, but this isn't athletics related. So
Stressed looks.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's martial arts. This is grappling.
2.
Did you remove her 4 defense?
Oh, I thought you said she didn't have armor for
No,
this.
no armor. Defense is still a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So pick it all back up, and then roll. Take 4 dice out and roll those.
2 successes.
All right. Melchior takes like a horse stance in front of the thing. Dodges to the right this time, and then shoots for her midsection. Ends up actually spearing this creature in the ribs
Yes.
and takes it to the floor.
Oh.
Turns up Rob Zombie.
You can make a free grapple damage attack, which is your weapon damage plus your strength.
Oh yeah, small one.
Okay, weapon damage plus strength. Okay, so that's 4. And
She
my,
does get her armor against this.
Okay, my damage is strength plus 6L. So that just means 4 dice plus 1 success. Or no.
No. The damage of the weapon is 6
Oh. Okay.
plus your strength.
Okay,
Roll them.
so that's 10. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So unused to fighting with this thing. I think I'm going to choose to use some edge right now.
Okay.
So this is the first time I've used edge. So what? I re-roll the 1 success.
If you rolled a 6, you get to
it
re-roll it,
was a 6.
and then you get to add 3 dice.
Okay.
And then whatever you get from this stacks.
Yeah. So I have 1 success
I
already.
might be changing this in the Alpha 2 setting where you have to declare edge before you make the roll.
Okay.
Kind of like how you like inspiration.
Yeah.
That's
That's
1
6.
success. That's a 6. So I get to roll that one again.
So that's 2 successes you've built.
Another
Hey.
6.
Oh shit!
3 successes.
5.
Oh, so
4
close,
successes.
man.
So that was quite the cascade there. All right,
Bingo,
so
bango,
she
bongo.
gets an armor check against
4.
or move those. Wow. All right.
Please hurt.
So not only does he lift her off of her feet and land on her in a mounted position,
Oh shit.
Oh, ew,
his knees
really.
on her chest, and then he just reels back and blasts her in the face with one big punch.
Ignore the fact that I have my helmet.
Her head ricochets off the floor
Oh.
with a sickening thud. And you actually see one of the eyes is kind of like blinking for a second, like.
One of the creepy little black eyes, like on the helmet.
No, they're all red.
Oh,
And
okay.
There's 6 of them.
Okay.
So there's one of the 6 is kind
Her
of like.
child eyes were blacked out.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's what you were thinking of.
Nice.
Soulless children.
Sweet.
She Gets to make 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, but now this is gonna hurt.
Oh, she don't like that. I'm assuming.
Little, did you catch that?
I've got her like phoned and pinned down right now. For now. Got the feeling it's not gonna last very long.
You have 4 for your strength.
My strength is 4.
Okay, so she's gonna make a grapple escape. Yeah, she gets 3 successes.
Ooh.
So Melchior gets thrown to the side, and so she digs her claws into his shoulders and throws him to the side.
Which side?
The force field side.
Okay.
And then, using the momentum from the throw, she spins fully around and swings a kick in at you.
At me?
Yep.
Ow.
Oh.
That hurricane kick.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll spend the edge.
Oh.
Oh, we need to get this girl off the fucking.
I get 1 edge per each character for the whole story.
To be fair, like I kind of asked for this. I taunted.
So
Yeah.
I'm the team's tank.
So that's 3 6s in there.
Oh, that's. Oh. Like I mean, I'm a tank, but I mean, I'm not a
You're
vehicle
not this
worker.
tank.
So I get 3 more dice. That's 5 successes.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Plus, I get to roll 6 dice now.
Oh my fucking god!
All right, so 6 successes.
Oh.
That's a 6. 7 successes.
Oh.
Roll armor, penetration 4.
I got 6 dice. 1, 2, 2.
That's it.
2.
2.
So you take 5. As her
Ow.
clawed foot comes around and snaps and catches him right underneath the jaw, you see him slide further into the middle of the hangar.
Oh, my gone health is more than my health. That's scary.
Let's see here. It's Orla's turn.
As she's still trying to kind of navigate through the creature's biology, she's like, "Oh, 10 seconds, so we're venting. Guys, ship. Do I close the door? What do you want me to do?" And I'm gonna roll 8 fucking damage over here. Hold on.
Do something. Ugh.
Do we have the no place like home shoes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Orla does that.
At least Orla does.
Oh, okay. Well.
What does that mean?
So, Orla clinks the back of her sneakers, and
They magnetically attach to the
Oh no.
hanger.
and locks down. She kind of gets low as she's trying to do this, but she did scream out to everybody. So hold on.
Good thing I'm in a void suit.
Exactly.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
His armor is listed as a void suit.
Okay, that was gonna be my action.
It's retractable.
Can you breathe in that thing?
It's retractable, void sealed, and upgradable. With a 10 rating. Whatever that's good for. I don't know.
Defending against damage like getting kicked in the fucking face.
3.
3?
Yeah.
You spent the stamina to do it? Each extension is another piece of stamina.
Hey. That's more chips on
2.
health going.
Ooh.
Oh.
Get this here. There we go.
It's not as rewarding that way.
Well, I don't have that many chips to
I
be
know,
able to do
that's
stacks on stacks on
understand a little
stacks,
bit.
Here,
alright?
do you want me to just chuck you my damaged health chips?
Oh my god.
That you can borrow some of them.
If you were closer to me, I would help you.
Yeah, it's almost like you didn't want to come into the room.
So,
I'm not
Ooh,
pay. You don't
idea.
pay me that well.
I think I got this.
after it kicks Melchior across the hangar, Orla's tattoos flash again, and it stops in its tracks again, and you see more of this green ooze start to pour out of it, and you actually see a couple of plates fall off, revealing white muscle fiber, white and green, like neon green looking muscle fiber.
And trying to make sure she's getting all the details.
That's just dripping with the pussy looking liquid that you saw come out of it before.
I'm getting like an up close, first hand, like, yeah. I'll paint a picture for you later.
Quint's turn.
I didn't know you
5
did
seconds to
crafts.
vent. The alarms inside the hangar bay start to.
Mm-hmm.
You start hearing that.
Okay. So.
Oh fuck!
I'm right by the.
That's annoying.
Oh
Want to
man!
hear the most annoying sound in the world? Klaxon. So I'm by my fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna deactivate the field around the fighter
Mm-hmm.
so that I can.
There was no field around the fighter.
Oh, I thought you said there was.
No.
That's
When
the
it's
field.
on, when you have a shield, you can turn it on.
And then I think you're thinking about
Oh, no.
between space. You're the
Think of like
between
when you
death-
go on, or like you're on in the hangar of the Death Star.
Right.
How there's just space out there.
Yeah.
There's a field there stopping.
Right. It's a magnetic field.
Yeah,
Something. Yeah.
it's a force field that's keeping it so that you guys are not flying out into space.
Okay.
Ah.
I confused something. I thought you'd said there was a field on the fighter itself. Anyway, diving into the fighter
Mm-hmm.
and
What's left?
Shutting it all.
shutting it down or closing it and activating the atmosphere inside.
Okay. No, I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's an easy enough. Actually, no. Make a
Let's smile.
Make me pay for it.
dexterity
Dexterity.
Okay.
plus athletics.
Oh,
How,
quite as good.
I'm surprised that Melchior is more athletic than Quint.
You are the burly fucking engineer.
Yeah, I don't think you've
Dude,
ever
you
had a
lift for a
situation-
living.
Oh my god.
Lifting is life.
That's fair. That's fair.
One.
Have you never played a physical character before? Like in a video game or anything like that?
Well, I mean,
Like a tanky kind of character?
yeah, no, I have.
Yeah, you're running, jumping, climbing trees, and putting on makeup while you're up there is your like thing. What's that?
Long for grapefruit. 2.
2. All right.
There was a
You don't trip and fall and smash your face on the
What?
nothing. You don't.
You don't.
Oh,
You don't.
Okay. Didn't hear the don't. So.
He's so head shy from life now. He's like,
Quint
Do I take
dashes across the hangar bay deck and makes it into the fighter, and you see you see all the doors just slam shut and the engines, or at least the internal electrics,
out.
start to light up, leaving Orla standing in the hangar, connected to the floor.
Oh.
okay.
Melchior's turn.
Me too, actually.
No, you had to step in to get an eye on her.
Yeah, but I took
You were like in the doorway at
Yeah.
least.
Does she have something so she doesn't lose all of her oxygen?
You hold her breath.
What's Melchior doing?
Ugh. So it's still like right in front of me still.
The fighter actually looks pretty dinged up.
Yeah.
Mostly superficial, nothing functional. It was really screwed. I mean, it took the brunt of the blast, and you're gonna have some fun hammering out them dents.
So it's not like
No,
you're
he's
missing
gonna have
parts.
some fun hammering out those dents.
Someone mentioned like at this point you might as well just get a new fighter with all these repairs you're
Oh
having
no!
to do to it.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's gonna call up his insurance and total it out and try and get a new one.
Straight
Okay.
up.
Well, after seeing like where like some of the scales are falling off, where like the white muscle fibers are,
Mm-hmm.
I try to make like a precision stab.
Okay.
Into where that is.
So what you're gonna do? So what this does is this changes the attack from lethal damage to traumatic damage if you land it. It is a cold shot, so you're gonna. This is what I should have been doing before for you. You're going to have to reduce your attack pool by 3 on top of her defense. So your total attack pool penalty will be 7.
So instead, so I think
So build the attack pool.
pretty sure that was strength
Strength plus martial arts.
plus martial arts. That's That's 4, so that's 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did I get a bonus for the multi-mech?
Yep, so that's another 6.
That's another 6, but then I'm losing, so, wait. So 8 plus 6 is 14. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. But then I'm subtracting
7 because of the called shot plus. But any damage this does, she can't roll armor against.
Okay. Because of the penetration?
Yeah, well, the penetration is like you're avoiding the armor itself.
Okay.
So she actually has like a -6 to her pool. So she'll have like 4 dice left.
Okay. 1, 2.
All right, so she gets 4 dice to. Whoa.
Noodle, pick it up. Gosh.
Nope, she jumped down already. Oh, you did one.
Hey. Yes. Ching.
You swing in for the exposed portion of flesh, and she moves just out of the way, and the multi-mech just punches the edge of the wounded area. But she does let out this noise as you lift her up a little bit off of her feet for a second before she drops down into a crouch, reels back with a claw, and goes to swipe.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
French.
Yes. Oui.
I have to go take a wicked yes.
Oh.
The only fucking reason I know Fetch is because of that one song
Save-
from Hamilton.
Save 2 damage. With a negative. With the usual -4 penetration.
Oh, good.
I'm just dropping dice now.
Yeah. So I'm using my.
Sorry. So it's 2 damage is done. You get to make the armor save with. She actually gets to make 2 attacks in a turn though. So.
Oh shit. So, my 10 armor minus 2 or more.
It's your armor total.
Yeah. Okay.
-4.
Minus 4. Okay, so 6.
And you're saving versus 2.
Oh, okay. So I have to get 2 or higher.
Mm-hmm. Well, each one reduces the damage.
3.
All right. So the first hand comes in and just wails across his face, and the armor absorbs it all, but you do see his head just kind of. And then the next swing comes in and does pretty much the same thing. No, 3. Haha. Same armor check versus 3 damage this time.
Somebody else has to tell me how it goes.
Oh God.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And the second swing comes in and rakes across the other sides, and you just see Melchior's head just bouncing back and forth between these slaps, but he's still standing. Orla's turn.
How many seconds till vent?
It's about to.
All
on
right,
Quint's
so she's
turn.
gonna buck the hell out while screaming, "It's gonna vent! I'm gonna close the door! You need to hold on to something!"
What?
And that takes your
my ears hurt. I can't quite hear my head.
that takes your action to do, and then the door closes, and the siren
kitty.
stops. And I'm gonna use the bathroom while you sit and
Oh,
ruminate on
She
this.
like presses her
Contemplate
face
your
to the glass.
choices.
I can't see anything.
you're trying to like look through the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're with
No,
your
you're-
one
you're-
true love.
yeah.
You're with.
you're with your baby.
Yeah. I'm concerned about you.
Look,
I could fix you, but I gotta
Could activate
touch
it.
you.
Blow her to hell with cannons.
so now we're just gonna shoot her up.
Well,
Now
we're venting her into space already, so.
No, we're not venting her into space. We're venting atmosphere.
We should just venture into fucking space.
No.
We have like, don't we have any ability to get her once she's out there? If she's out in space, the coldness will slow down her metabolic rate, and she will be more handleable.
She's
not gonna die if she's in space.
I'm in my void suit, and
He's gonna die if she keeps punching him.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in my void suit, so like, while she's weakened and out there, I can like maneuver myself because I'm pretty sure my thing has like
Well, even if it doesn't
jetpack
jettison,
propulsion, so I can like still attack.
or even if it doesn't jettison her into space, and
It'll be venting heat.
it vents the atmosphere completely. So yes, it will be the coldness of space in the hangar. You'd be fine in the suit, and then you can just basically pick her up and.
Well, I mean, if hopefully she gets disabled or like knocked out or something.
The idea of him trying to pick her up and just is very funny because I just imagine trying to like bridal carry.
I'm just imagining me like in a jetpack and like I'm just like carrying her foot and it's just like this like I'm just like it's like this like giant thing.
Oh my god,
me.
it'd be great.
Okay. The old Drake's like, I'm still standing. Da, 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 da. I'm still standing. Killman's just like, you should have blown her out the airlock.
Well, the airlock is about to drop.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what's happening now.
Oh, kitty.
Nudes.
Noodle.
Send nudes.
Nope, there she
She'll
goes.
take her on.
Taking on her spot.
See?
So, at the beginning of Quint's turn, happening in between Orla and Quint's turn, all of a sudden, Melchior feels his feet get lighter. And he starts to lift off the deck as the force field keeping all the air shuts off.
She's trying to look through it.
Now, because the surface area of the hole that is opened, there's just a brief moment of suction that pulls anything not nailed down right out into space.
Like me.
Yep. Make a strength athletics check to see if you can grab onto something.
Would this count for my cybernetic upgrades where athletic actions involving upper body strength receive a +2 bonus?
Oh, you're part robot too?
I've got like my upper chest area is like cybernetic.
You need to include that in art.
I know.
Half his half his rib cage, his pectorals, his shoulder down to like his bicep elbow.
I'm working on a physical thing.
You got more than I did.
Yeah, no,
Oh my God, that's cool.
You complain about
Draw
your
that
arm.
shit.
Well, I got the neck too.
Okay, so wait, athletics. So
basically,
question.
I interface.
Yes, the fighter is currently held down with clamps.
Question.
He hasn't released the docking clamps.
My athletics is a 4/6. Is that whether I'm wearing the suit or not?
The 4/6.
Or is that 4 out of 6?
Well, no. Your strength is listed as 4/6.
No, my strength is 4. I'm seeing for the athletics skill.
Oh, that's the bonus.
Oh, that is the okay. So that's so it's just 10. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't have exactly 6 million when they made him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Actually, nobody knew about that, so that's actually a little bit of a character reveal.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I mean, I've kind of just generally got my suit on, but it's sort of like a. There.
How's your suit holding up throughout all this?
My armor is doing fine.
His armor's fine.
Nice.
It's been protecting
It's the
me.
body on the inside that's taking a beating.
Yeah, I've got I'm sure.
So
I've
what'd
got
you
some
get?
boost.
5 successes.
5 successes.
Oh yeah, no, he's actually right as soon as he feels his feet lift off the floor, that old Branfod space instinct kicks in, and he grabs the nearest guardrail.
As 80, she's just there. I'm just
80
I'm so strong. I'm just holding one, and one's ding ding ding.
flies out the airlock and drifts behind the ship outside of the hangar bay's view. You hear no noise as she's just you hear the rush of the air, and then you just see her blue and black body drift into the void.
Sorry.
I wonder if chat heard that.
I forgot to mute my phone because you were messaging me. I'm sorry.
and she drifts away. You're ruining a really tragic moment here with your fucking
I was at least on theme.
battle droid. Yeah, at least it's technically thematic to the universe.
So wait, I thought we don't have like
Stream cat
something to like,
invades.
catch her.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
She's gonna start hitting that camera though.
No, bad stream cat, bad noodle.
She's like cookies.
Not my cookies.
Just the whole paw on his shoulder. Dad. Oh my god.
Roger. They heard it. So I'm gonna kind of let this kind of fall out of combat actions, and you guys can role play here. You can talk. You have comms within your suit. You're within your ship.
Yep.
You haven't taken off anything though. You're just still parked.
Nope.
No. Oh, okay.
Chilling out in there.
No. Quint does this. Quint is doing the active.
Yeah.
You can talk. Yeah, you can just hit a button and speak.
Okay. So, yeah, how long do you think it's going to take before she's incapacitated?
I don't know.
Orla?
Or he asks the one with the biology degrees.
Well, I think it's safe to say we could seal the air and get the environmentals back up at this point if she's in there, and then we can take her from there. She's gonna try and go to the computer and.
Okay. Make it's a computer's check +2 because of your Unidev.
Oh, by the way, the medical team is still on their way with the trank, right?
Yes.
Because I did call for that.
Yes. They actually arrived just as she's activating. That's good enough. She, as gravity and atmosphere, you hear the whoosh of the ventilation systems bringing air back in. Still with that black and red light, blue and red lights alternating for the reserve power.
Okay. Are we still doing turn-based stuff?
Or
No,
we just, like, talk-
you guys can
Okay,
talk.
all
Role
right.
play.
Okay. Is the force field up?
It's coming back up. Like I said, you hear the rush of the atmospherics and gravity starts to return. So Melchior rather deftly just kind of returns to his standing position.
Well, I kind of want to like.
Branfod haven't had a planet in a very long time, so living in space is their deal.
We got to find a way to get her back on the ship.
Captain, do you want me to get our fuel back, since we kind of don't have fuel, or do we want to wait till we know she's okay?
Send one person to get fuel. Send somebody else to retrieve her.
Well, I mean,
You
gets
only
that
have
job?
one shuttle.
the fuel's out in space.
Well, I realize that.
Is the fuel one thing from our ship, or is it like multiple?
You dropped like 6 containers, six fuel canisters essentially, and each fuel canister is like 20 by 20.
Okay, so
Okay.
they're big.
So can we use the shuttle to retrieve the fuel, and I'll use the fighter to get 80 back inside.
The fighter is the shuttle.
Oh, I know.
Will I roughly understand how long I can guess how long she needs to be out there and kind of take a.
Make a check. It's a biology check. It's an intellect biology.
I mean, she's kind of guessing at this point because
Yeah.
no one let her examine. Had they, she might have had more answers for everybody. 3.
And
You know that the average person could probably survive about a minute, but in a Kaitoan style suit, she could stay out there for about an hour
Oh,
in a standard
okay.
Kaitoan suit.
that's enough time.
She seems even hardier than Teirao, so I think you have about an hour. Anything past that, and you're taking a bit of a gamble, but she is also a bit fucked up. So I don't know if take that into consideration.
Okay. Melchior, your crew has 45 minutes to retrieve the fuel reserves.
Okay. Do you want me to fly your ship, sir?
You have to touch the baby.
Or would you like to fly your ship and get the fuel, sir? We can accompany you.
Yeah, why don't you send some of your best pilots and have them join me?
There is no best pilots, really. There's
You are the best
navigators.
On the
Pilot.
engineering team.
Oh, well,
Well, it's either me, Alexia, or
you've got a few other engineers, but they're not of note.
I'm not exactly the best at using my fighter for a shuttle to retrieve items, and kind of
we'll
more about
send some,
dogfighting.
we'll send some engineers
All right.
with you.
All right. You can tell me how to do things.
Okay. So we're going to get the fuel and just not get her for a while.
Well, she probably needs to be out there for the effects of the oxygen deprivation to really calm her the fuck down.
But if we leave her out there too long,
exactly. Well, it's a bit of a
It's a gamble.
yeah.
So
But if you gamble and she's fine, then you get your face mauled off. And your ship.
I have a suggestion, Captain. How far out has she drifted, and over time is she drifting really far out, or just,
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
You don't have any ship systems right now.
Well, I mean, I can't. But can I see her outside?
Nope. Oh, she drifted off into the fucking void. She's black and blue
Oh.
on a
yeah.
color
Bit of a
scheme,
camouflage there.
and it's the void, and you're drifting.
Right.
but the
So
fighter has sensors.
yeah, fighter has sensors,
Ha!
but the fighter has to be used to go get the fuel rods.
Well, the fuel's not.
Stay with me here.
Well, the fuel will still be there, hopefully.
Okay, but if we drift throughout space and we get further and further from the fuel reserve,
We might not get back.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure, because initially my suggestion was going to be I try to fly out to her, but if I can't see her, then I'm not going to fly out to her.
We've got another one of the 9 volts up here, by the
yeah,
way.
you left.
You left it here.
Okay. No, I'm still good. I just keep hitting the button.
So,
Okay.
ignore my suggestion. This is
Send your team. We're gonna go get the fuel
yes.
reserves.
Okay.
That will give us enough time, hopefully, for her to lower her metabolism or whatever it was that Orla said, and we'll go get her as soon as all the fuel reserves are back on board.
All right. Right away, Captain.
Do you want me to check with medical about finding some kind of sedative and maybe comparing it to whatever information I've gotten?
We already
Since
have a
then.
sedative on the way.
You trust it?
Actually,
She's with-
Maeve has arrived, pretty much. One of the nurses arrives holding the
You two need to talk about that.
holding the lockbox with the tranquilizers in it.
shit.
Oh, table leg.
Oh,
Got it.
Okay.
No place like home.
so
Maeve comes up. I've got it here. The tranquilizer for the nasty thing that was outside.
Did you base it off of before or current, or what information did you make it off? What'd you make it out of?
And she starts tech with the tech, and the tech.
Do I approve? Do I disapprove?
Make a, let's see, make
We're gonna
a
find out.
intellect biology test. Stop talking about pizza. I'm hungry.
Oh my god, chat.
bad chat.
We need to decide what we're gonna eat after this. We get grilled cheese tomorrow.
Grilled cheese and tomato
Breakfast grilled
soup.
cheese.
Tomato soup. Aww.
Aw.
On that note, only one out of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it would work. Pretty sure it would work.
That sounds suspicious when she
Oh,
only got a
noodles.
1.
What?
Is she pulling at your? Oh God. Oh, she's sitting on your jacket.
I love you, noodles.
She's in the jacket,
Come here.
oh, get out of there.
She comes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was adorable.
Come here.
Oh, nudes.
Come here.
It was like a giant
Hoist.
tent. She loves tents. I like tents.
There she is. Stream Kate. All right. So,
So who's gonna deliver the formula to? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh.
okay. Oh my God.
What's she doing?
She
She's
starts
crawling.
doing the. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
She got
She was like
embarrassed.
crawling underneath the The colors and stuff. It's kit. Okay.
All right.
Chill there, please. All right. Where were we? Yes, you're fairly sure it would work on the biology. You're dealing with such an unusual specimen that halfway between Tuatha and Kaitoan and
Fill in the gaps with.
yeah. So you're pretty sure it'd work. They start babbling in tech, and you can kind of hear the conversation over comms because Orla left the comms on.
Where's my team?
In short order, you get a few of the other a human and a Milesian and a Branfod engineer from the engineering department show up. They walk over to Melchior first, and
All right. Well, the captain needs our help. We gotta get that fuel back. That I totally took off the ship, definitely on purpose. Definitely. It was a life or death situation.
100% intentional.
Yes, exactly. And after he sends them to Captain Quint, he's gonna go to the. He wants to go to the med bay. He's felt better and could want to go back to that state of being.
Once again, feeling mildly concussed.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to go to the med bay.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to the med bay.
Okay, good.
I give him the engineer.
They,
I'm going to the med bay.
They nod, and then they run over to the fighter and get ready to board.
Come on down.
Okay. They both jump on board, lock in, and get ready to disembark on the ship. The fighter takes off easy. No real mechanical difference after the little bit of a beating it's taken. Seems to be mostly superficial. And you're able to guide it out of the hangar after popping the docking clamps.
Oh, my interface with my neck too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sits down. Four prongs extend from the inside of the seat. And Quint sits back, clicks them into his neck, sits forward, and 4 strands of fiber wire head into the seat and directly neural interface.
I think I know Kung Fu.
With the...
That depends on your martial arts check.
So, what are you doing once you get the ship out?
We're going to start looking for those fuel reserves.
They're easy to find. They have beacons.
Awesome.
On
Let's
them.
start picking them up.
They're not far away. It wasn't much time in between. It takes you all of like 2 or 3 minutes to actually fly out there. You find all 6 of them floating there. The engineers point out that the exterior claw should be able to pull them up underneath the ship, and so that they can be magnetized to the underwing pylons, so long as you keep it steady. So I'm going to need you to make a dexterity.
There it is.
Flying.
Piloting check used for the starfighter.
His starfighter is called the Corvette, right?
No, the Corvette.
The Corvette is what you
ship.
fly.
Oh,
The ship.
the ship. Okay.
All right, fighter and dexterity, and that's it. Heavy bonus.
Well, yeah. Check what's your neural interface give you.
My neural interface does things for me.
It turns you into a Russian.
Yes. That's not it. Where are my advantages? Really?
Hey, kitty. Hey, orange cat. That's my laptop. Don't sniff it.
What is she doing?
She's just
Boost
sniffing on top of my laptop.
That's a muffin.
It's Muffin.
Muffin is wholesome and incapable of wrong.
Must have gone right past it. Where is it? Okay. Increase acuity and reflex tests.
Oh, so it doesn't help.
It's because it's more of a, your neural interface makes it so that your reflex tests happen at a muscular neural impulse level rather than a how fast you can move your hand and then translate that to the stick.
Oh.
In a straight dexterity roll, it's well, what's the handling of the fighter? That's the other thing.
Handling.
There should be a handling rating on the lightning. Yeah, it's instead of hand-eye, it's eye-brain.
Is that like on the ship schematics?
On the stats for the lightning itself.
Well, for the actual
for the ship.
For the ship.
It should have a handling rating.
Hybrid fighter. Handling. Draco class.
Anybody's ever read the Eisenhorn 40K novels, basically he has a gun cutter. There's nothing handling?
Nope.
Shit.
Weapon capacity, weapon loadout, and speed, hull integrity, sensors, maneuverability, armor, shield. That's it.
No. All right.
Like, I don't know, would you use a maneuverability or?
Oh, there's a maneuverability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then use maneuverability.
That's 8.
Oh. Okay. So that's 8.
That's right. I remember what I'd done now.
So 8 dice. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 more.
Saved on the overpour there.
Yeah, no, I was watching the film.
You need 2 for each.
Oh, nice. For each?
2.
For each.
Oh.
2. 1.
All right, so you've secured 2, and you're halfway to securing the next one. And then you've got 3 more after that. So that's 1 minute. That's 5 minutes work right there.
Okay.
Okay.
How long did?
What
it
are
take
you guys doing? It's gonna take 5 minutes for every roll, so we can figure out what you're doing. Roll until you get. Oh, by the way, keep track of your ones. If you ever get more ones than you have,
I don't think that. I think
it's half your die pool. More than half your die pool. If they come up as 1 altogether, you get a setback.
Aren't you glad you forgot
okay,
about
but
that
but you
earlier?
didn't. You didn't. You were fine. Are we Cassandra going? Or?
No, either of you can make your actions and decisions, or you just want to wait for him to. Oh, you wanted to go. Medical attention. Well,
Yeah.
it's just so happens that the doctors are currently
Still. working
Dr.
on-
Titius
Yeah.
is currently
3.
in that in the observation room, locked in with Aphie.
She's still locked in there.
Did you get them all?
I got 1, 2, 3 sets, and I got 1 individual to complete the 4th one.
Okay.
To complete the one from before.
Where's our?
Sure. Actually, once you get out to them, it takes you 5 minutes to get out to them. Within 10 minutes, you've secured all of them
Yeah.
Where did we
safely.
have-
Bullseye and Womp Rat.
I'm trying to find the sheet with the other characters' names on the ship.
There's only 2 medical staff that I have listed right
Yes.
now. There's Dr. Titius and
And-
Maeve,
oh,
who's a
okay.
It's
nurse.
on the other page of the ship stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, did you just walk past me?
I mean, I'm still. Oh, I mean, I guess Melchior went to the med bay, like knocked on the door, like nobody
Just
answered.
walked away.
Or I was just watching. It's like,
It's like,
they really don't know.
The
any of
med
the
bay is
answers.
empty. It has a hole in the floor.
oh, that's right.
Aphie and Titius are stuck in the fucking observation room. You're literally knocking on a door for an empty room. That the door was actually manually opened.
Look. Melchior just went through a traumatic experience. He's been through a lot. He's not all there.
So you're right behind him, pretty much. Just
Hey, I don't think there's anyone in there anymore.
Oh, here.
they're in there. They're just stuck.
Well,
You are fucked up. Sit down. No.
just like I'm like go up against the wall, and just like slump.
Floor. Good place for you. That's good. Okay.
Wait, what? Yeah, so I'm just gonna, whatever she's doing, just,
Stay
I
still.
need, okay, staying still.
Still.
Ow.
Okay. With the not moving.
Also, by now, he's like uncoupled, like his main, like, armor.
The helmet's retracted and most of the
Yeah.
armor has removed it, has fallen back into its harness locations.
It's kind of like a armor that kind of like, just like, over, like, it's always like there, but then like, you can
Yeah.
on and off. Just for like visual.
Mm-hmm.
Only one.
Oh.
Well, I'll do what I can, but
Remember, you can maintain it like the other one.
yeah. So you get at least, was it 1 point back?
Mm-hmm.
Are we in turns? Like,
No, you're not in turns. You
Okay,
can
well-
can do it as many.
How
Well,
would
what is
I-
it? Does it say extended?
Yeah, it says extended with an asterisk. This action may be extended over multiple turns at no extra cost to stamina. The target may not move or take any strenuous actions.
Oh, so you
during
can just
fight.
keep holding
Yeah,
out your
okay.
hands
Can I
over
just-
him.
We're out of combat.
Since you're out of combat, yeah, you paid the requisite stamina. You basically hang over him until he's pretty much patched up.
So I'm fully healed.
Full health. Woo! After a few minutes, you can feel your bruises and your cuts and your nicks and your scrapes all kind of healing over, and you're pretty sure your jaw was broken in a spot.
So I was just like, I'm going to heal him.
Well, maybe you'll remember this and maybe.
Like not like fully broken, but at least a fracture on the jawline.
Okay.
You can feel that knitting back together.
Is she like? What is she like doing? Is she like?
Her tattoos glow, and her hands, you can see the etheric energy passing from her fingertips just over each spot where you seem to have been wounded.
Okay.
You thought the green was evil.
That was out of character.
You judged.
Shush.
You judged the way I look.
Thank you for healing me.
So maybe put in a good word with Tayrao. Maybe encourage him to let me kind of take a look at that armor, maybe?
Sure. I too like his armor. Like, I still want to know what its name is. I still think
It has a name? He won't even talk to me.
He hasn't told me. He said he doesn't have a name, but I have a feeling that he's named his armor and his weapons. I mean, they're alive.
Some of the crew were taking bets, and they're going to be so excited to hear this.
But sure. I'll next time I see him, I'll put in a good word for you.
Okay, so we still
Uh,
have no power in this ship here.
yeah, you have to get the fuel reserves back in so you can get the generators running properly. You're on emergency.
Are we
So
good
how's
for
how's
air?
that?
Min is here.
Holy fuck!
Who's who?
Min! Holy shit!
Is it really? Are we sure it's not a bot?
I don't know.
Min?
Has Min been replaced by a robot?
Min?
I forget who Min is.
Holy crap.
You have not
Message us
mentioned it.
after the show. So glad to hear from you. Everyone's glad you're there.
Yay!
Oh shit! I did things. Oops.
Yeah.
All right.
Beep boop.
Nope, it's him. He said fuck Barry.
Oh!
Reality confirmed.
That's awesome. Super fucking pumped you're here, dude.
Considering the damage to the ship, do you think once we get fuel back, maybe we should try and find some place to stop? There's a lot of people that if they're not dead, they might be hurt while she was running around.
Oh. Well, what was that noise I heard earlier while I was getting the fuel out of the torpedo? It sounded like a big ruckus.
We really should stop at a station, even if it is to maybe contact relatives.
Is that part of the ship in need of repair right now?
Ship could use some work, but there are some things that can't be fixed. I don't think some people made it through the encounter in the mess hall.
See. Okay, well, I'll have some extra work to do then.
Glad I don't have to make those calls.
Speaking of the captain, You finally made it back to the docking port, where you're able to offload the fuel cells, so that they can be put back to. Well,
Take it back where they need to go.
no, that makes no sense that they would go there. You would actually fly them, and then they would use the crane to load them back into the ship from the ejected ports. Make one more dexterity check there.
Just dexterity?
Well, dexterity piloting,
Okay.
and I'll even let you use your neural interface for this one.
But it doesn't. Wait.
He really wants to make sure you don't mess up the fuel for our ship right now. It's a little bit of DM mercy. So don't fuck it up, please.
And reflex.
I just hear that and
I said I'll allow you to use it, on top of it being a
that's
dexterity.
what mercy looks like.
Right, but it says it only.
I know that's what it says, but as the DM, I'm giving you the bonus.
Wendell, you're so forthright today.
So, but am I using?
You're using dexterity,
Right,
but
no,
you
no, no,
add
no.
the bonus as though it were an acuity test.
Just accept the good die.
Accept the bonus and roll it.
He's saying if you manage to fuck this up, your ship does not deserve to live at this point.
I understand that, but it says.
Dexterity plus piloting plus the bonus from the neural interface.
But the
I know.
bonus from neural interface is either acuity or reflex, which is a whole different stat. So am I picking?
Just
pick
add
one of them?
pick one of them. It's reflexes is
No,
5, so
no, you're not picking either of them.
just use it.
What is the bonus from the neural interface?
Increase acuity and reflex tests while interfaced with a machine through the interface. So the dexterity.
What is the increase numerically?
2?
The piloting skill, does it have 2 numbers?
No. Only says 4.
Eh.
You want me to take a picture of the sheet and just send it to you?
I have the sheet
That's
open.
great.
Oh, it's rating 2. Yeah. So I could have worded that a little bit better. I am allowing you to give the rating bonus from the interface to this test.
Now I get it. So I get 2 more.
All right. What did you name the ship? Lightning, Thunder,
It's lightning class.
Lightning class. Okay. Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
3 successes.
This is a lot easier to collect. You've had your handle on it. I don't want to extend anything far too long. I'll say that you took your time and you were able to install them all. You can hear the sliding of the fuel cells throughout the ship as they click into place. And then you receive a notification that engines are available, or
Sweet.
generators are available for activation.
Oh yeah.
That means Ian's back online, and not in text form.
Oh, you're going to turn it on?
Yeah. Turn the ship on, right?
Don't look at me. I'm outside in a fighter.
He's in the fighter.
All right. I'll
You're the command crew as well. You have just
Yeah.
as much say as he does.
Looks at him.
All right. Well, let's turn the ship back on.
Seems like a good
I
idea.
power on the ship.
Accessing the systems via your Unidev. You were able to boot up the BIOS of the ship. And everyone hears the Windows sound. No, boom. Beam, 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 beam. No,
Do we have mail too?
no.
Like all the notifications. Like
got
Oh my god.
You hear the engines truly kick back in. I should turn those off for the silence, but it's a cool little sound effect in the background.
Honestly, it's just kind of been there now, and it's.
You hear the engines turn back on and hear that reassuring hum inside the ship. You can see the engines warming back up, the light in the oh crap, I'm terrible right now with my terminology.
It's okay.
So you gotta watch
For some reason in my head, buffer cones is what I was thinking of. The booster cones at the back.
Yeah, okay, like that, like
the actual engine itself is inside, and then it's got the thrusters.
Yeah.
You see the thruster ports.
Yeah.
That's a good enough term.
Sure.
Start to light back up. And the lights switch from their emergency lighting back to the standard daylight style light across the ship. Just as those lights are coming on is when Quint is landing the fighter inside the ship.
Dramatic timing.
The docking clamps lock in, and the engineers say, anything else you want us to do?
No, you can head back. I gotta take care of something.
All right, we're going to go head to our stations. And they hop out, run over, and run towards engineering. So, Quint's back on board. Powers have been restored.
Going back out to find 80.
Oh, back in the ship?
Yep.
Okay.
Before you go, Captain, what do we do about the people in the mess? Do we leave that? Do you want us to cordon the area off? Just is someone gonna start calling people, family?
Well, how many more people do we have available on medical staff? Because I think everybody should be working on that.
You're sending the medical staff to the mess?
All of the medical
It's
staff.
been a while. You could have sent them earlier, but all right, we'll send them over now.
Oh,
Well, yeah, they've been in there a
defecated
while.
everywhere. Oh,
Isn't like in the medical room they're still locked in, one of our medical officers?
well, we have
One.
power back, so is
You
it
know
still
what?
quarantine?
I'm okay if you're Ricky Lake. It's okay. I'm sorry. Min's back, and it's been a while, so I'll give you a few Ricky Lakes. Anyway. Okay, so what were you doing again? Sorry, I was distracted.
Now that there's power to the ship, would the medical officer and Aphie still be locked in there?
No,
because
for
of the
some reason they're
quarantine?
still blocked in.
Oh my god.
It might have been actually because of the sources of the quarantine. If there was some kind of a centralized area they need to clear specifically because of.
Also, the med bay was
biohazard.
severely damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, so you might need to send some
I should
engineering.
probably go and
There-
fix that hole.
A repair crew would be needed in the med bays.
I'll get some of my engineers.
with the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go get started on that.
All right. Are you going with the medical crew to the mess hall to investigate everything that happened in there?
I mean, I'm not technically this level of staff. If I were to, would anyone notice? I want to go review the footage and see if maybe I can kind of examine the footage.
Okay,
of
you can leave the
Amy.
medical
Yeah.
crew to do what they're gonna do.
She does not want any part of that.
Okay. So she heads off to the medical labs. Not the medical bay, so to speak.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like med bay and med labs.
Like the science labs.
It's halfway between the science labs and the med bay. They share a space in that regard. And you start reviewing footage. Make intelligence plus. Well, first come up with some questions you want to ask me,
Oh hell.
and then roll intelligence plus
I'm not as smart
intellect
as her.
plus biology,
Oh boy.
and then
See what Quint's up to.
Quint is gonna go ahead and take back off and fly back out into the void.
Sweet.
You gotta
what are you searching for?
I'm searching for 80. I'm using sensors to search for
Make
any signs of life.
This is a acuity. Computer check.
Oh, God.
I figured out a question.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I didn't roll.
Roll it and then ask the questions.
Oh,
You get one question per success.
all right.
Or if you want to say like all of your all of your successes go into one question.
Oh no,
Uh,
Connery.
looking.
Well, we'll come back to him.
specifically,
Okay.
Now that she's seen the plating and the armor up
that's
close,
not
can
good,
she
man.
compare it and kind of make
That's
surmise
really bad.
about its ability to last and be functional in the void compared to the now that she's actually
How many successes did you get?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You know it would at least be as functional as a Kaitoan suit, which are actually designed so that they can go out into the void around their ships for periods of time and do spacewalks so that they can repair/heal the exteriors of their ships. So she should have full range of mobility and capabilities and breathing and everything while she's out there.
Okay. What'd you get? Oh no.
No successes?
Oh, but
Worse.
One success.
Oh.
Okay.
But
All the rest are ones.
Oh.
All of them.
Oh.
wait, were you leaving already?
no, like that was his role.
Nope.
To
He
find
flew
her.
out. He was out. He was flying about.
I try and touch the computer interface and just.
No, you start scanning for life forms out there, and you find there's a whole bunch on the ship behind you. And
I mean, that's good, right?
At least the equipment's working.
Some of us survived.
as you're doing that, though, you notice that one of the engines isn't firing properly.
His fighters.
No,
Our ship?
Deltirium.
Back on the main ship.
Oh no.
But you can't find 80 anywhere. So what are you doing next? So you guys talked about flying to a location. Did you actually?
Well, now that the captain's back on the ship.
Okay, so no, he's not on the ship. You can communicate with him directly, though.
Okay. So, any luck finding the specimen?
It's
Nope.
dead. Not the specimen. I meant
Yeah.
the wrist.
Yeah. She would probably be functional out there. And that was what I was going to try to say. With medical staff trying to attend to the people that are lost and the damage to the ship, did you want to try and have us maybe try and find a place to stop so we can restock and assess the damage? Everything is pretty busted, and I not usually my station to figure out how to fix this. And
No, I agree. We need to find somewhere to hole up for a bit.
Just a question. So am I aware of like the engine problem with the main ship?
did you tell us in the group chat?
Yeah.
Nope, not yet.
Or is it
Okay.
something that I'm aware of being by
Make
the engine
a
department?
well. After you were healed, you said you were going to medical to fix the med bay, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true. So I wouldn't know.
If you want, make an engineering. We'll do an acuity plus mechanical.
Okay. So that's 5 plus 3.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You do notice it while you're looking at schematics of the ship to repair the medical bay. You are able to see that one of the engines is indeed misfiring.
Captain, I think it might be in our best interests. Sorry, I keep forgetting how to pronounce your character's name. It's yeah, you.
Orla.
Orla. I agree with Orla. our ship really has been through a lot lately, and we really should find somewhere to just get everything sorted out. If I know how much 80 is meant for a lot of aspects for our job right now, with our boss, with your connection, but we need to take care of our crew right now.
And we're going to. But I have to find 80.
She doesn't have much time.
You're right. Why do you think I'm out here?
I'm just...
Look, I'm doing a sensor sweep. I'm gonna find her. I've only been out here for a few minutes.
Well,
Make another check. Same check as before.
Three successes.
Now you know you're not getting anything. Before you were distracted by the engine. Now you know for sure that you're operating things appropriately and you're not getting any signs.
Did you find her, Captain?
It's been after the hour mark. It is now 1 hour, 15 minutes since you began, since she exited
I don't think
the atmosphere.
she would be able to make it much longer. Even if she was in mint condition, she was very.
I really punched her.
Action figure?
Well, she came out of the box, and then we rifled her about, and now it's.
I did punch her quite a lot, sir.
He
but
did.
I didn't know what would happen to her. I didn't know she would be out that long, sir.
One more sweep.
Captain.
Nothing.
I'm sorry, Quint.
Another 15 minutes go by. It's been an hour and a half since she ended up in the void.
The crew's terrified. They don't know what's going on. If you don't return back soon.
Yeah, I get it.
We'll be waiting for your orders, Captain.
Just have navigation start prep and then jump for the nearest station.
Will do, sir. I'm assuming by this amount of time, I don't know how long it would take to repair like the med bay, but Melchior goes up to like the bridge.
You're able to set a course for a station that's on the southernmost, if we were to call it southernmost, if you think of the map as a
Coreward?
no, it's not Coreward. It's going to be Trailward, if I remember correctly. If I'm looking at this.
I did make you a map.
I know, I have to open the map. Where's the map? I'm a map. Sector map, there it is.
If you guys want to see the map, it is on our Facebook, facebook.com/
Coreward, it is Coreward.
Yeah, bitch!
Good call.
Sorry, I got a 2 in Asher.
I realize that it's the trailing, it's not the, you're towards the rim of the galaxy at this spot. So Coreward. The Coreward most space station you can get to since the Erebus system, and you flew past the Agora station, just on the inside of the Milesian Dominion, but within a few IAUs, interstellar astronomical units, light years, of the Kaitoa Empire as well.
Right.
It would take you maybe a few hours to get there.
To which place again?
To the station that you've plotted a course to.
Okay, and that's in the which territory? Malaysian?
It's in the Malaysian Dominion,
Okay.
but it's like close
the
to the
edge.
border.
Yeah.
Coming back in.
Yeah.
The lightning touches down, and the docking clamps secure the lightning down to its berth inside the hangar bay. Cargo Bay 1. The field comes back up, and you're left sitting there in your ship as it cools down, as the rest of the ship waits for the okay to jump to warp speed. You also receive a message from Maeve in text form. It says, I know right now is a tough time, Captain, but I need to inform you that we lost one of the security detail that was in the cafeteria. We were able to save 2 of them. One of them passed. And then it displays a name. A familiar name. Garl Felston is now KIA.
No.
Navigation cues in, says, waiting on your orders, Captain.
Do it.
You hear the spooling of the engines as it revs up to speed. And looking out the docking bay, the preparations for jumping to warp. The plasteel section that walls off, instead of just having a force field leading out into the void when you're at warp speed, they secure. And you see the stars streak by as you jump to warp. I'll allow you to roleplay this out from here.
I'm just gonna slowly make my way back up to the bridge.
Are you up with, I guess, with us on the bridge, or you go back to like your science med bay for the footage?
She probably came back at this point. I was gonna ask if I needed to sign over my. Now that I'm not needed, I assumed I would go back to my original station, but I wasn't sure who to ask.
Well, I'm not the captain, but for your service, I would say, and for the footage and any info regarding that, I would say we'll keep you off the main high command line, but we'll keep closer attention with you. And by all means, if you uncover anything through your footage, please let us know.
So I have permission to look further into the matter with full access?
That's under the captain's jurisdiction.
Whatever answers I could find, I would pass it along. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the bridge.
Oh, they are on the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, you can sit and mope in your ship if you want. In the lightning.
No, too late. No, I already made it to the bridge. I can sit and mope on the bridge.
In your chair.
In my bucket, yeah. Like, I can hear the conversation going on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
wave approval. Yeah, no, just do whatever she needs.
All right. Well, you're free to go about your business. Thank you for patching me up. I really appreciate it.
Let us know if the department can be of any use. I apologize. We couldn't help more. Hopefully we could figure something out. And I will send that to the bridge if we find anything. And she kind of just, I'm sorry, and just goes away. Not really sure what to do with herself.
You're left just the two of you on the bridge. The navigation was set, and Ian is currently taking control of the helm, as most of the crew, well, the rest of the crew is at repair stations, trying to get the ship as fixed as possible before the major repairs need to be made.
Because one of the engines is still fucked up. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's why it's why it would be more like a 4 to 5 hour trip, but because one of the engines is a little wonky, it's only it's up to 6.
Okay. Quinn, I'm like I said, I'm sorry we couldn't do more, but I don't like seeing you like this, sir, and I know I tend to frustrate you often. I don't mean to, but it seems to be a pattern that happens, but
It was my fault.
you sir, you can't take
No.
all the blame, sir.
No, it was my fault. I was trying to program the atmosphere so that the temperature lowered, and I don't know enough about the computer systems on this ship, and instead of doing that, I activated the ventilation system.
I know that you were trying to do your best to protect your crew, your ship, and me. I got hit really hard, sir. I was in a lot of pain, and I know that in difficult decision-making times, we don't always make the right choice, sir. But we have to learn from our mistakes and keep going, sir. As regrettable as the outcome was, we can't let it hold us down. Mourn? Of course, we can mourn. But I don't want to see you lose
Do
hope,
me a
sir.
favor.
Yes, Captain.
Go accidentally murder a child and then come back to me and talk to me about how you feel. I'm gonna go and head to my quarters.
Melchior is gonna slowly return to his quarters.
Okay.
In
You
case the camera doesn't pick up, some slow tears are happening. Just that hurt. But, yeah.
in the slow, agonizing hours it takes to get to Station 451. You're given plenty of time to really think about the weight of what's happened. The security team is taking care of preparations for the send-off for Garolf's final moments, as well as the rest of the crew trying to repair the ship as much as they can so that at least you might be able to return to some semblance of normalcy once the crew can truly move past everything that's happened. The command crew feels this the harshest because of their connection to AD. The rest of the crew really didn't have a chance to find out. The two that survived in the mess hall didn't even know what they were fighting. One of them said they thought it was Teirau, and that's why they got taken out so quickly. They had no idea. The report points out that the combat was quick. They tried to fire several times to take it down. Either the shots bounced right off harmlessly, or it moved out of the way before they could even take a proper shot. And within a few moments, all three of them had been thrown or impacted. The medical report comes back that Geralf died of a broken spinal cord. He had been thrown, and because of his size, he landed directly on the edge of the table, pretty much snapped in half. Hence why he was a lump on the floor when she threw him across the room. He might have been able to have been saved at some point, but medical was slow to get there. In the madness, without proper orders, they didn't know where the combat was going on, and Teirau was too busy trying to secure down the rest of the ship, just in case she showed up anywhere else. You receive the 5 minutes to drop notification as the ship closes in on the warp point leading up to the station. Make your way to the bridge.
Just the two of us, or is she?
You know what? It's up to her what she wants to do.
She's actually been cooped up, mostly really looking over, trying to figure
The information.
out anything, something to offer.
You may receive a report from her, but you don't see a hide nor hair of her. She was always kept to herself anyway.
Yeah. In the span of time while we were traveling, how much of the ship still need repairs?
Good portion of the ship still needs repairing. Yeah, you also don't know why the engine isn't properly firing.
I guess we'll have to wait till we land to find that out.
After 5 minutes or so, after that 5 minutes is up, drops out of warp, and the ship coasts into the station. Docking procedures proceed as normal, although you're notified by the dockmaster that for some reason one of the canisters of your next site reserves is loose and seems to be unseated. Wasn't installed all the way. Something must have blocked it. And that's where we'll end this episode today.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
We've had a lot of fun tonight, folks. We're signing off now, and we hope to see you next time. We're going to be on Monday. Until then, of course, remember to stay evil.